at the top of that food chain that can go like a big. You can go press the issue in any neighborhood hood, and he ain't gonna punk nobody, but he can go politic. You know what I'm saying? A nigga that's from Hoover's, if it's a Hoover gang in Bakersfield, they can go out there and politic.
That's because they got power. Right. They got power. That's a whole nother thing. All niggas can't go do that. Right. That's just like all them niggas I brought to one place. Everybody can't do that.
No, them is powerful niggas shit.
I could bring, and I have more to bring to the yard. So everybody can't do that.
Hell no, they can't.
You can grow wherever you want to say.
You park your car at the wrong surf hole in Palos Verdes or in Malibu, you getting your block knocked off. I mean, it's been hundreds of people that have died during this war.
The spook hunters used to chase niggas out of Compton and Watts. They used to wear those jackets with niggas hanging from trees on the back.
Yeah. And like in Lunala Bay, the LA Times every now and again to do a report because the people who were the gang members in their teens, when they become adults, they become the police officers in the city council. So like now the Palos Verdes City Council is like third and fourth generation Lunala Bay boy. And so when they beat up somebody for going to their surf park, those charges always find a way to end up disappearing. Because when white folks become gang members, they get to become politicians.
Right.
That's right.
And then they tell you the gang member.
Right. When they the biggest gang.
It's a cold game. It's a cold game, bro.
It's a super cold game, man. Yeah, the gang culture is crazy. I like to hear my dad talk about it because his generation is right before like the Crips and Bloods, so he has both points of views. You know,
they got to see what it was before. They got to grow up in the old school environment, and they call the new school environment change. Like my dad, he pushed, so he get to tell me about the 70s and the Tootie Reese days, and before that, and then what happened in the Freeway Rick Ross days. You know what I mean? You're right. New conversations be hella interesting listening to the OGs, man.
Yeah, man. They whole perspective is crazy. You ever hear your dad talk about the Watts riots?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, me and my dad were just having that conversation last week because I did a report on the LA riots, and so before I did the report, I called my dad just to get some more of his point of view on the Watts riots, and he was talking about how like a lot of the same things was going on. You saw the cops killing niggas and getting away with it. You know, Malcolm X even came down here in LA. People don't know it's a speech Malcolm X made in Watts back in the early 60s.
Yeah, after them 4 dudes got killed by the police, he came out here for a speech. My dad talks about that a lot too.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah, Malcolm X. So the streets was real hot, and it's something that people don't even know.
You know, Eldridge Cleaver's from Pasadena.
Yeah,
Pasadena.
Yeah. So he wrote Souls on Ice. He was the spokesman for the Black Panthers.
Yeah,
he's from Dena. Yeah, so he did a 10-year bid. That's where he wrote Souls on Ice. So if you read that book, you can get like a Southern California culture is different, man.
It's different.
It's a lot of different nuances and subtleties that you wouldn't know unless you kind of grew up in the culture. But yeah, man, the little cities outside, even San Bernardino, that was one of the first stops during the Great Migration for black people. It was black people in San Bernardino, heavily populated before South Central Los Angeles, Pasadena, Long Beach. Yeah, it was a lot of black people in San Bernardino. Yeah, for sure.
Because like San Bernardino recognized they allowed you to bring there's a lot of Mormons that was coming down from Utah with their slaves. And San Bernardino was a safe haven for you to have your slaves. They wouldn't really, you know what I mean, until Biddy Mason made her lawsuit and then got up out of her slave and came and built up 6th Street in downtown L.A. But before Biddy Mason did that, you could be a slave owner from somewhere else, and you had safe haven in San Bernardino.
Right.
And so there's a lot of black people out there back in the 1870s, 1890s.
I ran into Pretty Boy from 60s. You know Pretty Boy? I was at Lamert Park, and that's a smart dude. He's like, "Man, get ready, brother. Get ready, brother."
He didn't say it like that.
Shit. He's like, "Get ready, young man. You got guns, right?" I was like, "Yeah, I got to get ready. It's coming." It's like, all this gangbang shit is over with, man. It's finna be some shit happen. I better get ready. That's all he kept saying was get ready. I was like, for sure, Pretty Boy. Shit, I could, yeah.
You're right, though.
What would you do if a race war broke out?
I gotta go. When did it stop?
Make sure your shoes tied.
But I'm saying because there's been a financial race war for a long time. But if it actually came down to gunplay, do you have enough guns to protect your family?
Mm-hmm.
It depends.
I do.
From who?
I do.
Okay, you do. Okay.
Oh, I do.
Okay, no. Let me ask you better. Because any nigga that fuck with guns know this. Okay, fuck the guns. Because a lot of niggas got a lot of guns. Do you have enough bullets?
Yeah.
I might need some more of those. I need some more of those.
It's funny you say that because like now since ain't nothing going on, I've been restocking like whenever I get paid or something, I'm gonna get a case of bullets because right now, cause you know next time something happens, it's gonna be another shortage.
Right.
So right now, while the shortage ain't going on, even if you can only buy one box of bullet at a time, every 2 weeks when you get paid, do it, nigga. Because what happened last year, man, it took me 3 months to get some hollow points for my 38. I couldn't get no hollow points for like 3 months.
Yeah. And
then they said with one of my shotguns, a 12 gauge is a normal caliber shotgun. It took you was having to get like 12 gauge cases, like 2 cases at a time, max it from the store because you couldn't get this shit. And I remember for a while, I went like a month and a half with no shotgun shells. And a shotgun, that's an empty ass feeling.
Bullets the hardest thing to get.
Yeah, but in a race war, do any of us got enough bullets?
No.
Right. Hell, you can only do what
you know what I mean.
You don't have enough.
A race war to me is the dumbest thing ever. I think it's going to I just can't imagine being involved in something that ignorant. But if it jumped off, I mean, I don't know what I would do.
I would be confusing to them because I have a mask that I've purchased. It's a full mask and it looks like kind of like Mardi Gras. And it's all white with gold on it. So I would just put a little white underlining under my eye. You won't know who I am. And I'll come through that motherfucking queue who needs to die.
What if the race war was an invading army invaded us and they made everybody line up and race against each other, and then whoever lost got domed.
Oh, Lord.
You don't run a 4-3, you out of here. Do you think you can run a 4-4 with your life on the line?
Oh my God.
Somebody lined up with a shotgun and was like, man, it's 4-4, you go.
Tie his hair up, me like, let's go, nigga,
A race war is the dumbest concept ever.
Dumb.
And these racist white people have sold young, ignorant white males on the fact that a race war is coming. It would never be a race war. There'll be an economic war for sure. All war is economic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Every time they have, look, them motherfuckers ain't got no goddamn courage like that, like they say they do. They talk all that shit. But we saw what was happening in 2020.
Right.
You had black people in the middle of the streets around the country. Them motherfuckers did not come for that fade. What they do is they go to churches like Mother Emanuel and go shoot up grandmothers and shit.
Right.
They go shoot up schools and places where they know motherfuckers ain't got guns.
Right.
I mean, when they don't come around motherfuckers that's like real niggas with none of that shit.
Right.
They ain't stupid. They just talk a good game.
Right.
Well, they know niggas gonna kill each other, so they ain't gotta come where it's a bunch of niggas. They've already won that war.
That's
Hey,
No
and,
difference in they kill each other at the same rate.
and when they're not winning the war, they set it up so they can win. So they'll send somebody to hit the hood and say another hood hit it, and it was really the police trying to start some
We
shit.
doing that
They
shit.
be starting shit. It be people setting up gang warfare.
I just said right now.
I heard it though.
He said white people kill each other at the same rate niggas kill each other.
Yeah. They kill each other.
I wanna see
They
some-
have gang war. Our gangs are a response to their gangs.
Not the new
Yeah,
ones.
that's a 21-year-old.
Not the new ones.
They still know. We just read them. Like every now and again, I encourage people to scan newspapers in Pennsylvania and then in rural Pennsylvania, in these rural areas where we don't live,
Right.
and look at all the morgues that's getting filled up because of either drugs or gang war. Because look,
But
it
gang
ain't
is
else.
different. Gang war and two sections of a gang war and people not getting along and killing each other is a little different.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I mean, murders are involved, but the difference between gang war and whites killing each other is a response to socioeconomical opportunities not being given to us.
that's true. But another part of our war is also on the streets. When there's an illegal economy, the streets are going to handle things in an illegal manner, and they have a major illegal war going on, drug war going on in the white America. So along with that comes consequences, and what comes consequences of people who break the rules of that street behavior.
Right.
So they have street wars going on right now within their own communities, in their own districts. That just doesn't get talked about nationally.
Yeah, they're not
You
gonna
got to
show that
read the
too.
Iowa newspaper. Be like, last night, Josh shot Mitchell.
Right.
It's every day in the newspapers.
But
And
I
that-
think from a numbers perspective, a random killing of some dude just killing somebody doesn't have the revenge attached to it that gang warfare.
Like
has.
there
Yeah.
was a
That's how ridiculous it is.
I'm aware of a murder that happened recently in my city that was the result of something that happened 30 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference. It's like the politics in gang life it's incredible, bro. Like if you're a gang member and you snitch or you do something crazy or something faulty, the politics will follow you for years, and either it's gonna catch up to you or somebody around you.
And we got to go on top of when it comes to gangs. Black people are the least when it comes to gangs. We don't have international. We don't import and export and stuff, and owning ships and planes and cargoes. I mean, it's when it comes down to it, what the Asians are doing to each other in their community. No one talks about that. You can read a paper every 2 weeks. It's a paper in Palos Verdes or in somewhere in the Inland Empire, Azusa, where the Asians live, of home invasion robberies committed by other Asians. Because and the same thing with the Mexican community, same thing with the white community, Hell's Angels. It was that big ass shooting in Texas a couple years ago. Go look that shit up, and everybody got acquitted. It was like something like 80 some odd people involved in the shootout. A bunch of people died. A bunch of people got shot. They shot at cops. But Texas was like, well, we don't know what to do, so everybody's off. So the difference is coverage. The difference is how when something happens with us, it gets shown it gets framed in this, oh, the hood is extra violent narrative. But when it happens to them, it gets framed in a one-off scenario.
And that's what I was saying earlier is that was the answer to your question when you said they don't come down here to show us the fade, because this is how they doing it behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Yeah, like you said, it's a bunch of same race warfare and stuff going on. But we're not going to show that. We're going to show niggas killing niggas.
Right.
Because now we're going to set a narrative that it's okay to kill niggas. You feel what I'm saying? So behind the scenes, we winning the war because we technically showing them what to do to each other. You feel what I'm
and I
saying?
have a question. How do they know black people are the ones committing these crimes if over 80% of these crimes are going unsolved? How do they
Shit,
know it's
I
black
done
on
been
black
in the
crime?
mix, man. Niggas just killing niggas like a motherfucker right now. I'm gonna keep it 100. I understand the fact that you don't want to put certain propaganda in the air that makes us look bad, but we have a problem with the way that we communicate our differences. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that's a problem in our community. Niggas are being killed over very minute things
Those kills are my
every day. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Yeah, but it goes back to what you said in the beginning. It's economical. So you argue with a nigga who chewing gum on an empty stomach. you can't expect him to have no logical
He's
response.
right.
Yeah, he ain't gonna have nothing mature to say.
And it goes back to what Mimi touched on a little earlier when she talked about what happened during the riots and what's been going on in South Central LA all throughout the 90s. Somebody get locked up, their car got a unique look, they in jail for the weekend, and that car ends up in a drive-by over the weekend. This happened when the Peach Street happened in 92. It was a lot of that going on. Cats that have uniquely identifiable cars from that hood, that hood, but it wasn't on internet back then to be like, hey, OG Bobby Johnson was locked up this weekend. They didn't see that nigga's car, so I'm going back to shoot your hood up before we even had this conversation. So these things happen all the time, and so I'm not advocating because look, there's a whole bunch of sorry, dirty ass niggas out there shooting for no goddamn reason. We definitely got to clean that shit up, but that shit get cleaned up through the economics, like Blaze said, because people can't think logically when they're hungry.
Right.
That's it. So we got to solve that hunger issue.
Yeah.
And I had my neighbor a few years ago was, scared and stocking up on all this water and buying all these bullets and all that. And he used to ask me, "Did you get enough? Did you get?" I was like, "Yeah, I got enough." But the reality of it is, nigga, is you getting it for me. You know what I'm saying? Because when it comes down to, I always say, I'm serious, right now. You know what I'm saying? Some jump off right now, right this minute. If the next door neighbor, I got that one on me. Whatever he got, that's what's gonna be added to my supply because I'm finna come get that. And I'm gonna keep collecting and accumulating until I'm safe or until you know what I'm saying. So.
Well, not now. If he watched the show,
That's the plug up.
I be a little more tactful because I'm not doing none of that scary shit. I mean, get what you need. You think you need something, take care of yourself. But I'm not going overboard.
I done been a part of a robbery.
Yeah.
Go ahead, somebody answer the door. I done been a part of a robbery, man.
Yeah.
I done been in there with the mask on before in my life. I just put it like that, man. And that ain't the mind state that you have to be in to rob people is cold.
It's a cold mindset.
It's a cold mind state because even the game you got to play just to position yourself to be able to rob a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Is different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Just the whole setup process. I mean, anybody that done robbed a person before, I'm not saying that. I'm speaking figuratively.
He's speaking figuratively. Yeah.
You just don't get they don't fall in your lap. It's a whole setup process to the right type of situation. Right. You know what I'm saying? You got to case some shit out. You got to figure out what's going on, who's coming, who's going, who's a part of the situation. Like it's a lot of stuff you got to. And in that process of doing that, you could have done so many more greater things.
That's what I was going to say. You
know what I'm saying?
Hey.
I'm talking about worthwhile robberies. I ain't talking about a couple $100.
How many niggas is really doing worthwhile robberies? Not very many. Most of the shit that happen in our community is.
What's up, Blaze?
Most niggas are committing robberies that aren't more valuable than the gun they use.
Right.
Niggas are pulling an $800 gun for a $500 robbery.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
You rob
$20 worth of bullets. You know what I'm saying? The gun ain't even fully,
75 years worth of charges.
Right.
Go ahead, baby.
I feel like there's gangsters on different levels of the game because you look at the mafia; those are primarily, let's just say, Caucasians or Jewish or different, different levels, right? Then they got the Jews. They have different people that have gang movement. In other words, you make them mad, you owe them some money, they'll find you in the alley with your teeth or in your mother's frying pan and upside her head. You feel what I'm trying to say? Like, so there's different levels of this shit. So I feel like economics. So the economics of it is this: we in the hood, we don't maybe got all these extra things. We can't call them and say get them, so we get them ourselves, or they do what they got to do, or situations will make you do what you got to do because another man is pressing you, and you as another man, even if it's out of fear, you gonna take care of it because you don't want somebody to take you out. Right. And then there's different levels of why there's black on black crime. You know what I mean? Then there's the gang member, and then again they don't have the money to pay and do it the other way. You feel me? They don't have that type of power.
But it gotta get done.
But it gotta get done. So I feel like there's movement in every area. It's just that they highlight us to make us look a certain kind of way, because everybody's doing it. When you look at these gangster movies, they were mostly Caucasians in the gangster movies. I'm talking about the real ones with some money and Casino and Goodfellas. It ain't no black Goodfellas. I mean, there's black Goodfellas in these streets. I'm not saying that, but when you look at these movies, they're showing them because they have done it themselves on a large scale. We don't have that scale unless you got paper, and there's some niggas that got it on that level. Right.
They got families.
Right. They got families. And then if those families get mad at that family, we gonna take the Gardinos down. They a Gardino? We gotta take the Gardinos down. You feel me? Oh, you know, the Gardinos killed my Uncle Sam in 1982. You feel me? We gonna get that family. We got revenge. You feel me? So it's different levels of this game. You feel me? And it's economics. And they want us to look a certain way.
The cool thing about a robbery is like, if it's somebody you know, you can't say much. This thing's stupid. You gotta have a nigga with you that's gonna do all the time. And then if a motherfucker really know you, they gonna know how you walk, they gonna know your move. Imagine I bust in your house, I got a mask on. Even if I don't, you know it's me.
Right. That's your velvet shirt, Kraig. Hey, but like, this is something I like to always bring to highlight how peaceful we are when we have resources. And I encourage people to look this up. And
man, some weird shit going on with us, DeWine.
No, what Blaze said about resources, here's what I like to look up. The period between after the Watts riots, when you brought the Watts riots earlier, there was about an 18-month period in South Central LA between 66 and 67, to where there was only one murder in all of South Central LA. We had the gangs before that. Then after that became crib.
Can I correct something?
What?
It wasn't called South Central LA back then. Everything past Broadway was known as Watts. South Central LA is a new term that came about in the late 70s, early 80s, but there was no South Central.
Yeah, there was no South Central.
It was all Watts.
But the neighborhood that they were talking about, because back then, this is the time when black people were bordered between Alameda to the east, Inglewood to the west, downtown to the north, Compton to the south. That pocket where black people live, there was one murder in 18 months. And you know why? Now, if y'all want verification, I talked to Judge Joe Brown about this. He didn't even know I was going to ask this question. Because at the time, after the riots, white folks were scared. All the white officers that was down there starting all that shit, they shipped them out to the valley.
Talk about it.
And they shipped the white officers that was starting all this shit to the valley. They wouldn't hire black LAPD officers before the Watts riots. Tom Bradley was the first one. He had to become a lawyer to do it. He eventually became mayor. But before him, they didn't hire black officers. When they started hiring black officers en masse, it was after the Watts riots, and what they did was they put all of those black officers in South Central LA. UCLA, USC had all these social programs. That's how Bunchy Carter and all those Black Panthers that ended up going to UCLA, that's because they had programs up and down the line for black people. Right. They had black officers that wasn't fucking with them. And in response, there was one murder in all of LA between 66 and 68. Niggas could look this shit up. So that goes with one.
Just one.
Wow. So what's that going to show you? When you go look up the Kerner Commission report, you can look this up on Nixon.gov, the Kerner Commission report. And it says in that report, when the Negro is adequately resourced, not even sufficiently resourced, just enough, they're very peaceful people. They only get problems when we don't get them resources. So what happened when 1970, Nixon come in and starts his urban renewal programs in 68, 69. Then we start seeing the murders come up. Then the war on drugs, and then Reagan. And then when you take all them jobs out and then replace it with drugs, you get a high murder rate. It's all economic.
Right. Well, let me say this about another gang, a gang that I was in at one point.
You forgot you was talking. He was on autopilot. That nigga was on autopilot.
Kraig laugh on autopilot.
Go ahead.
A gang that I was in.
The Fruity Booties.
No.
Whatever happened to that?
That's how you got them glasses.
That's big flatulence.
And then Blaze in the sunglasses.
So you call the Ninja Turtles a gang?
No, I'm talking about I'm talking about the U.S. military. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you can have 1,000 bullets in your house, and you can have 1,000 guns. That's it. A 9 only holds 17. So you know what I mean. And if you have a plan, if somebody comes into your house, you know how to maneuver through your house. Do you know how to maneuver through the backyard and stuff like that? Those are the things that's going to be important. if some shit jump off.
You learned those things?
Hell yeah.
But did you do your full term?
Yeah.
Oh. Because on Veterans Day we talked about you getting up out of there early with some fucking story.
Did you ever sign up?
Oh, you don't want to talk about that?
Okay.
No comment.
Okay. No. Out there.
Nah, I was in the real war.
Yeah, man.
Vegetables, anybody? Want some snacks? You know what I'm saying? For the hungry folks.
This nigga said vegetables.
Yeah,
Greg coming to bring some healthy stuff, man.
That nigga
I didn't tell you to bring
lure
that shit, nigga.
He trying to lure somebody to his
Nigga
car.
brought green brain.
I brought parsnips.
And then pause to make the announcement. Anybody want any vegetables? Seeing how this is a health show. Yeah, anybody want any?
I heard you was watching your weight, Blaze, so you know what I'm saying? I don't want everything to swell up to your head. You feel me?
Swell
If I
up
brought some
tea.
greenery, you know, that might But if you insist, I got you some chocolate, okay? All right.
We got some chocolate.
No.
Romantic.
You
Slitty some chocolate?
And jerky.
I think they got to bring the duel back, man, because I think there's a lot of cowards that hide in gangs.
I'm with that.
Yeah.
Well, gang
You feel what I'm
culture-
saying? It's like if I got a problem with Blaze or I got a problem with Snaps and I grew up on Slauson and you grew up on Broadway, why is the problem we have everybody's problem?
Right.
You fuck my broad, Todd. Fuck you bitch ass nigga. Not fuck everybody that live on Broadway. Fuck you particularly, nigga. I challenge you to a duel. Meet me on the what's 2 streets that we can meet on? Meet me on motherfucking Crenshaw and Manchester.
But that's the problem, bro. Ain't nobody gonna accept the duel.
It's cowards hiding in gangs,
That's
man.
the point. That's what I'm saying. Niggas ain't gonna want the fake.
Niggas want to be able to pop, tuck, and get up. Nah, nigga, if you got a problem with me, call me. Let's handle it.
Let's go.
Let's either fight in front of everybody or shoot it out in front of everybody. But why the fuck do everybody got to be involved with one dispute between 2 men? That's politics. Politics is when, you know, a hoe ass nigga on one side and a hoe ass nigga on another side want to get everybody else involved. If you niggas got an issue, square it away.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's how it
saying?
should be. And that's how and that is the difference where our gangs do go wrong is because of the lack of leadership. But again, even like where you don't have these meeting the bosses, but even that right there is orchestrated because the LAPD, they know who the bosses are. Them niggas get injunction laws. And you about to get locked up for 75 years. The little shitty niggas that go around shooting motherfuckers all willy-nilly always seem to get back out.
Right.
You shooting, you got a problem with a nigga, and you shooting at him or at each other in front of 2 houses that don't even belong to you. You should have a shootout in your backyard.
Right.
Not only that,
You feel what I'm saying? You live on 7th Street.
Your mama's backyard, you mean?
Your mama's backyard. What the fuck we got to do with you 2 niggas hating each other?
Right.
Pull up on your
Real
block
talk.
and your driveway and shoot it out, nigga. Why we all gotta duck strays and be worried about when we can come outside and it ain't safe out?
Right.
That's some whole shit that you can shoot, tuck, and hide, and we all gotta be out here like that. We don't know what's gonna happen.
And you expect us not to talk to the police. Shit.
This shit is getting.
I ain't part of your little charade, niggas.
And then these hoe ass niggas, like you said, they cowards. They don't know what they doing. So you mad at a motherfucker, but these niggas running around murdering cars and shit.
Right.
Houses and shit. You know what I'm saying? Shoot everything but a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Right.
So if they brought that dueling shit back, man, or if they just said, you know, get on where you get mad at, period, it'd be a lot less problems out here.
Salute to
a lot
Seattle.
more niggas would be carrying themselves more respectfully.
Somebody said stop driving. I don't know shit. How am I dry stitching? I don't know nobody's business but mine.
Right.
So if I'm telling on anybody, it's myself. But I ain't telling nobody's business. I don't know nothing about, no details about nothing.
Right.
But me. So let's square that away.
And at the end of the day, look, we having this conversation as black men because this is a major issue in our community, and we ain't only gonna fix it by talking like this. All these niggas talking some, man, you niggas ain't street. Y'all don't know what y'all talk about. Well, nigga, y'all bullshit affect us. So if y'all ain't gonna clean y'all shit up, the men who don't bang, the men who want to see our community be more decent, we gonna be the ones that have these conversations. We would love for you niggas to have it and clean it out. But a lot of you niggas want to run to these. A lot of you niggas. I'm not saying because a lot of niggas do want to clean it up. It was a brother in Compton that raised $500,000 to employ ex-gang members city council turned the plan down and they raised their own money. So we understand it's forces out there, but like the reasonable niggas and the former gang cats, we have reasonable things that we can come together on and talk about to eradicate the bullshit. Because a lot of what I find from a lot of OG niggas is they see they made a lot of bad decisions as kids, and now in their 40s and 30s and 50s they want to right those wrongs.
Right.
So but that's only going to happen through these kind of conversations.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, how do we right the wrongs to the younger generation though? Because you saying the OGs, but the game changed, bro. You feel what I'm saying? There ain't no rules out here now. You know what I mean? Like you say, we challenge a nigga to a duel. That nigga's gonna duck that swing, bro. You know what I mean? The homies coming out, they got guns, all that. You turn your back on a nigga, he gonna shoot you in the back.
Right.
It ain't no fair fights no more.
Or
Niggas
shoot out your whole family.
Right. Niggas don't want to take an L in nothing. That's why I feel like niggas can't talk, because niggas don't even want to take an L in arguments. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean?
Somebody said Kraig retired from the streets. No, I never was a street nigga. Everything that I ever did, I was trying to hustle. But I never fell into no politics. It wasn't ever nobody that could tell me what to do. I never was running around with niggas and had to do something that another nigga told me to do. You know what I'm saying? Everything that I ever did that was illegal was based because I was trying to get money. So I get the whole economic thing. You know what I'm saying? I just think, I don't know, everything else has changed, and I don't know why the streets aren't really evolving.
If you notice, a lot of the young cats, I noticed this in my years working with children, there's less and less kids running to gangs than there was. Our generation, us millennials, those cats born in the 80s and the late 70s, were more likely to run to a gang than somebody born in the 2000s. A lot of these niggas born after 2000, these niggas they're getting your ass on their own. They don't need to round them. Like these niggas is like, these little young niggas now, they don't need a gang. They're angry and they're not waiting for someone else. If they have an issue, they gonna cause a ruckus themselves. Right. So it is, the gang culture in LA is far less than it was in 91.
Well, the difference between 91 and now is fashionable. It's more fashionable now. Like it's almost like a style.
Right.
Yeah, something
like the tattoos and all this shit. Like if I seen a nigga with tattoos and braids in 91, that nigga was a killer.
Right. And he had some lopes on, nigga.
Yeah. Right. It's homosexuals that's like that now. Tattoos on their face and you know what I mean? So it's like it's like, I don't know, man. It's just trivialized now.
They get them all at the same time now too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Back in the day, like you get one, you get another, you get another. Now get them all at the same time.
Plus these young kids on these drugs.
Right.
So they moving in a different beat.
Right.
You feel me? And then they grow. We give our kids everything. When we was growing up, we was told when the lights come on, bring your ass inside. You don't even want to go inside to get no water. You're gonna drink out the water hose. These kids got bottled water. They on the computer. They know about shit they ain't got no business knowing about. So when they get a certain age and everything's given to them, think about the kind of parties we give our kids versus the party you got. Right. So now they think not all kids, but a lot feel like they are owed something. Right, and then they have no respect. A lot of them, right? Because they mama say what they say to you. Oh, well, because we taking up for our kids on every level. So some kids don't respect their elders, so they out here disrespectful, on drugs, trying to get some bread. So there's no limit, and it's ignorant. So you know what I'm saying?
It causes them to be a lot more reckless.
So they're reckless with their movement. Exactly.
Really reckless with it, and that makes them a lot more dangerous. Even though it's fewer, I think the young ones are a lot more dangerous because they could be erratic and just.
You know what's next? There's going to be a gang where all the snitches from every hood get together and start their own gang.
It already exists.
That's
really?
That's acquired.
That's the DTGs.
Okay, so I thought the DTGs was more drug addicts, but they all snitches.
Yeah, that's how they got down there in the first place. The mules got all pushed out their hoods.
Well, yeah, the DTG, the downtown gangsters.
That's why that's why it's such a mix of them scum niggas.
This whole gang thing, I think really what it takes to get us out of this is that we men, and I'm speaking for myself and all of us, we got to get back focused on building. Because back in the 20s, when we didn't have no social safety net, the men knew how to build institutions because we knew they weren't going to hire us. You know what I mean? So we found ways to employ those that are the younger cats that have a base for them to go to. We're gonna have to try that, and nothing we're gonna do is just on top of money is like, instead of judging these little niggas when we see them, we gotta look them in the eye and say what's up. Because a lot of these young cats just when they see a man, especially if they don't have a man in their house, they just want a man's approval. And this is a mistake I used to make when I was in my 30s and younger. I was like, man, get the little niggas away from me. You know what I mean? I had to one day question myself, like, hold on, little niggas need they need you a hi, a hello, a what's up, little young fella. That goes a long way in a cat that don't have that in his life. So the cats that got their heads on straight should maybe do a better job of embracing some of these cats and not be afraid to do it.
I like to find out, are these young gangsters, are they getting in the gangs for the same reasons that we were younger? I mean, older, you know what I mean? Like back in it was a code, right? It was a code. We getting in because X, Y, and Z.
No.
Now it just seems like we getting in because the homie, or we getting in because
it was always because of the
Lil Wayne or somebody.
It wasn't always because of the code. We wasn't just joining gangs. It was your group of friends you grew up with at your age, and then we banging, and this is, we have older siblings or other people around us that influence us. We become their little homies. And we become inspired to just be on.
And so that's what I'm saying about now. Is it still the same? Because where Dewan is coming from, like I'm saying, we got to find where the root of it is, right? Like what's making you, you know what I mean? What's making you go this route in order to reverse?
If you do something,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
they're running to community,
right?
They're running to family. They're running to a sense of belonging. Every human, that's basic need of a human: family, community, and sense of belonging. And if you live in an environment where mama's out chasing niggas and the dude that she had you in is either locked up or he ain't around, you're gonna go look for love wherever you can find it.
That's it.
That's a human trait, and we judge these little motherfuckers. I mean, I had kids I worked with 7, 8 years old. They had to work 5 hours a day after work selling candy because they had to buy their own underwear because their mamas weren't nurturing, and they 8 years old. They gotta buy their own socks. So where's that kid gonna run when he's 12, 13, and he has an opportunity to make more money than selling some 2-bit ass candy? And he needs more attention because his mom is too busy doing what the fuck she does.
So is it soft to show love?
Oh, it's that
in the gang culture. Well, what I'm saying is it soft to show? You know what I mean? Like, why are we not?
Gang culture?
But I'm saying it's a lot of hate. I'm saying it's a lot of hate. Period. Outside of the gang culture, you feel what I'm saying? If we see a nigga right now down the street, you know what I'm saying, who need our help, a lot of us might walk right past that nigga and not help him at all. Right. So what I'm saying is, in the gang culture, if we know that they need the love, why are we not giving it to them? Will we look soft for trying to show love to somebody else?
Niggas is afraid.
Afraid of showing love?
No, they are afraid of the niggas, the gang members, because they are afraid, like a pit bull or you saw a wild animal. I mean, if you can be more like Blaze, like, you can stand up to a bear and not be afraid, and the bear turn around and walk away. Most people will look at it and get afraid and run.
But he's saying ex-gangsters, though. Why would they be afraid?
That wasn't just ex-gangsters. It was just all. It was men.
I'm
period.
saying us men who aren't gangsters,
like
this
civilians.
This is us civilians. We got to get a habit of embracing our young niggas. And if they reject you, that's okay, because for every 2 that rejects you, it's gonna be 3 or 4 that need it.
Yeah. Right. Exactly, because one thing about a gang, say you have a family, they're not home, and there's a gang and you're in it, then you got one leg, you limping, they'll find you a nickname. They go one leg, you know what I'm saying? They love you for where you at. You get cool off that name. You know one leg too? You know what I mean? One eye, lip, you know what I'm saying? This shit, the motherfucker become a cool ass name, stutter box, and all they fucked up shit becomes something cool. That's so, you know what I'm saying?
The problem ain't the gangs, it's just the structure in it. But the fact that, you know, unity is unity, whether it's for a reason you think is good or not. It may be good to the people involved with it. I just think the way that it's structured, you know what I'm saying, like the whole fade and why we kill each other and shoot each other, that's going to happen with humans, period.
Absolutely.
That has nothing to do with being a blood or a crip.
Right.
My thing is, like, we got to get it to where, hey, look, man, Lil D-Lo got a problem with Big Swaggy from over there.
Right.
All right. That's between them two niggas, man. In the pen, when you go to the jail, I can't speak on that completely, but what I'm saying is, in certain environments, people who have issues deal with each other. Why does everybody have to be a part of a beef between two brothers?
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Make it to where if they, Big Swaggy and Lil D, whoever, got an issue, they go in their own backyard and they do whatever they got to do and live with them consequences.
But you asking a group of followers to suddenly become leaders. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason niggas join this game.
Y'all put a lot on that, right?
Right, hilarious.
You like it. Yeah.
Go ahead, take it on, Blake.
That's real shit. All these niggas is followers. That's why they join these groups and gangs anyway. They can't stand on their own. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the same gumption that it would take to make that kind of decision. If they had that, they wouldn't join this gang in the first place. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you got to expect, foolish shit from foolish people.
What happens if it's in your family? So say you have your father was in the gang, or I was going to say, and that father has 5 sons. Something happens to that father. You're like, oh no, the father beef it out with the dude you got issues with, but how do you stop his 5 sons from getting involved? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's different when it's your parent. You know what I mean? Versus just being just a homie versus a homie.
And
I got a cousin who they mom put him on. Like, what else could he do?
right. I mean, sometimes though, what you got to remember is it happens levels of the game. You at school, somebody push your little cousin. Who pushed you? Everybody in situations get a certain way, but in the gang, it's expanded because it's a lot of people, and the littlest thing can happen. So y'all could have all been cool at first. We was all playing softball. Now after the game, somebody mad they lost. You know what I'm saying? Now it's a square. Now we got a problem with this whole team because you from this team, and so I just think that it's sad that we can't deal with things, individually or find another way out, like you say. But what happens is we all go get somebody. Even with the Chris Rock, what his brothers are bad now. When I see Will, I want to take that fade. Same shit. That's Hollywood that talking. That's other people talking, right? And so I feel at the same time we just have to take control of our narrative. And if we have someone that we're close to, maybe pull that brother to the side. You can't pull every brother, but pull that brother or that sister that you feel like maybe you can help direct them in another angle, because you can't change them. They're gonna be them, but maybe you could sow a seed.
I'm with that. Maybe
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what I think it's about too, is sowing the seed, because I think another issue is that you feel like it's a lost cause.
Right,
Like,
just sow a
like they
seed.
ain't gonna listen, so what the hell I'm gonna waste my time talking to them for? But if you keep that mindset of I'm just dropping a seed here, Kraig gonna drop a seed, Ty gonna drop a seed,
Right.
you feel what I'm saying? Then, you know what I mean? I think that's how you push. You
I think
feel
a
what I'm
lot of people are afraid to drop seeds. They're thinking, okay, you say something wise, you expecting that kid to change right away.
Yeah, we not the
Right.
solution.
Yeah, what you say may not take effect for 10 more years.
Right.
You may say something at 13, then they do some shit at 19, 20
Right.
that make you click. That's
Right.
what I'm saying. We as a men, we got to do a better job of embracing these little young niggas and look them in the eye.
Absolutely.
And let them know. And we can't be afraid. We the men, we got to be the ones that initiate it. We can't expect the kids to initiate it. We got to be the ones that initiate it.
What if the men feel like it's a waste of time? Like, all right, this good kid in a good situation, good parents, still start banging. Why even entertain? The kid's gonna do what he wants to do.
It doesn't take
That's
time
all.
to look at a kid in the eye and say, "Hey, young fella, what's up, little nigga?" Embrace him. See his humanity, because the world don't see his humanity. The world see a thug, or if he can rap, they like him. If he can dunk, they like him. But the little black kid can't rap or dunk. Where does he get love?
And then what does it cost you to do it?
Nothing.
That's what I'm
moment's
saying.
time.
And so drop the seed no matter what. You feel what I'm saying? It costs you
That's
nothing.
it, Snaps.
It costs you nothing. It's free.
Yeah, it definitely costs you nothing. I mean, but let's talk about gang life is fun when you're young. So I get that aspect.
Getting all the girls and all that shit like that. Get off me.
I'll be saying that. No, it's not.
The parties, the fighting, the drugs, all that shit is
He
fun.
all the girls.
Yeah, the flip
Excitement.
sessions.
The flip, I
They're
mean,
not giving it up.
Meet me after school. Everybody standing around waiting for the fight. The whole school waiting to see you fight.
I didn't even plan on going down this route. This ain't even what the show was going to be about today. But I just found out somebody got killed that I knew. Rest in peace.
Lloyd.
You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. You know.
R.I.P.
Yeah, man. Let's get into what the show is going to be really about. Do you know in Japan it's illegal to make a clone of yourself? They passed a law in 2001, which means there was technology around that made the Japanese government kind of scared and said, "Hey, it's illegal to make a clone of yourself."
They must have created a Tide.
Right, yeah. So does that confirm that clones are real?
It's a
Yes.
real thing, and
It's been real. You ain't seen the clone land.
so in Japan,
man.
if you get caught, if you get caught making a clone of yourself, it's 10 years in jail.
That means a lot of people was doing it. If it's 10 years in jail for doing it, a lot of people was doing it.
Somebody succeeded.
Yeah.
Right. A few people.
But so what? If I make a clone of myself,
He gonna do the time for me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, don't take the nigga. I got somebody for you, Judge. You call your witness in the courtroom. It's you. Look, come on. This nigga gonna do all my time for me.
Oh, you need another witness? Come on, hey, third one.
That wasn't even me. It was that nigga,
If
right?
you could create a clone to do your time for you, what crime would you do?
Oh.
I'll rob a bank.
You rob a bank?
Like, what niggas thinking about?
It's only about the money. Yeah.
I rob a bank. Yeah, I do that.
Oh, that was the bank. The cake is done.
You know, a lot of spicy mustard.
Spiky mustard. Spiky mustard.
We can't fit no more biscuits in this box.
In Japan, you can be put in jail. You can go to prison and do time for putting ice cream in somebody's mailbox.
What? They cutting up over there.
Who's putting ice cream in the mailbox?
Probably somebody had already trolled and did it already to somebody who was in high power. He's like, man, fuck this bullshit. You think so? I know so,
I think I don't own it.
Check out. You know how much time you can get for putting ice cream in somebody's mailbox in Japan?
How much?
Is it more than 10 years?
5 years.
That's a lot.
That's
a lot.
What's the 50s?
So, Article 48 of the Japanese postal law protects all postal property against damage. In 2006, a 42-year-old postman from Saitama, province, was arrested for putting chocolate ice cream inside a mailbox. So yes, it's actually happened. Somebody has done the time for putting chocolate ice cream in a mailbox.
That's why, 'cause it was chocolate. That's why.
Right. So she put this black stuff on my mail.
Well, you've been good.
So you ever been driving when it was raining and somebody was walking up the street and you kind of swerved into the puddle on the curb?
That splash. Gotta give him that splash.
Nah, man, I try to avoid that, man. Y'all wrong.
I got guy like that one time.
I did too, bro.
You better not do that. That's gonna cost you about 7,000 American.
Oh wow.
If you get caught splashing somebody walking down the street in Japan, it's gonna cost you $7,000.
Man,
Wow.
I don't want to be one to say it, but I feel like this Japan police forces ain't got enough shit to do. Motherfucker putting ice cream in the car. Hey, you splashed somebody.
Sitting around puddles.
So if I catch somebody with a clone, I'm gonna give him 10 years.
Yeah, talk to your people about that.
I will.
You know what I'm saying? Bring this up in the council meetings.
You can go to jail for taking your trash out too early in Japan.
I'm moving to Japan.
Too early.
In the morning?
If you put your trash out the night before the trash man comes to pick it up, you can go to jail. Damn. You got to put it out that morning.
Get up.
Everyone must get up.
You can set up a lot of people like that. Some of your exes or whatever. You know what I mean?
That nigga be getting
Move
that
that trash can.
It's illegal to hand your neighbor's mail to them in Japan. So if you find your neighbor's mail on the ground or they didn't put it in the right mailbox, you can't give it to the neighbor.
You guys leave it there?
Gotta leave it there.
Okay.
Yeah, Japan, they got some weird law. In Japan, it's illegal for married couples to live separately unless there's a just cause.
Okay.
Wow.
Get your ass back in the
There
house.
should be
Well,
one.
deal with that.
Okay.
Did they label any of those just cause?
What's the cause?
Bad breath.
I don't like her ass no
She was
more.
not clean. She don't clean.
Yeah, they don't have any of the just causes listed, but I'm pretty sure there's a list somewhere. I gotta find that list. Japanese citizens between the ages of 40 and 74 have to have their waistlines measured annually.
Damn.
That kind of makes sense. Yeah.
As a part of the 2008 Metabo law, the government monitors your waistline after the ages of 40 to ensure that you're staying healthy. The waistline circumference limits are between 85 centimeters and 89 centimeters for women. Companies even arrange for weight loss classes to help overweight employees keep fit.
Do they make exceptions for retired sumo wrestlers?
So they trim the fat.
I'm not sure. That's a great question, actually.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Damn. Go to jail.
Yokozuna didn't make it that long.
He stayed in the USA. Oh, yeah. He was like, no, I ain't about to stay here. Japan crazy.
Yeah, don't they got sumo wrestlers there?
He was Samoan.
Don't they got sumo wrestlers though in Japan?
And all them, that bloodline.
Yokozuna and The Rock in the same family?
Yeah.
Yeah. But don't they got sumo wrestlers in Japan?
Yeah, that's the capital. That's where it's originated. That's where the sport originated.
So how the hell?
They all in jail.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. ain't nobody big enough to put them in jail. you get the pass, bro. Don't trip.
If you're a Japanese citizen, you have to notify the government before visiting Antarctica.
Why the fuck would you be going to Antarctica?
Yeah, I think it's something in Antarctica, bro.
You gotta do that here, though, don't you?
Right.
In 1997, the Japanese government signed a treaty pledging to keep Antarctica safe from environmental harm. So part of that treaty was notifying the government. So if you do go, they can keep track of what you're doing. So if you do pollute the environment or do anything that's detrimental, they can track who.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, people going over
Because in Mount Everest, they fucking up all the trash up in that motherfucker.
Just Japanese can't go to Alaska?
Well, I'm saying.
They're responsible with their visitations to Alaska. Don't leave no 7-Up cans.
But that goes back to that gang shit. That's actually dope. Hey, man, I got beef with Lil Thomas, nigga.
Yeah, well, let me know before you go across Lawson.
Yeah, there you go.
But gang members don't follow rules.
Well, the niggas that don't follow the rules need to be gotten out the way. If you participate in that lifestyle, if it's really about something and there's really some shit that's worth dying for, it should be some shit that's worth living right for. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
How do you get them out
There's
the
no
way?
one in charge.
Hey, nigga, you crazy. It's somebody in charge. Like,
No, but I'm saying,
What gang are you from, man? Ain't nobody in charge.
there's
Nobody
really
follow
no.
rules?
I'm saying niggas like kids
is
like
that?
in middle school be joining Bloods or Crip sets all the time, and there's no big home. There's nobody in charge. There's really nobody in charge. Like
at that level,
I know, but they don't know. But I'm saying,
Fourth grade.
ain't no grown nigga at the junior high like, is y'all banging right? Well, no, let me take that back. There are niggas doing that, but it's rules to the
But
life.
I'm saying, just like a Christian gang, there's always Christian gangs always come up to Jesus. Jesus is in charge. You know what I'm saying? Like the pastors may be the big homies, get you right, but for gangs, there's nobody. There's nobody up here.
So Christian gangs are playing Kurt Franklin before they drive-bys?
No.
Christianity is a gang. Shit.
But I'm saying the hierarchy of that system. There's nobody up here that everyone answers to.
Jesus.
In gangs, in Bloods or Crips. There's
I'm glad you said that. I think gangs like
check
Crips,
this one out. Maybe
Crips
you
are innocent to the death of Tookie Williams.
Hold on. But everybody, Tookie was well respected on both sides. So everybody
deify Tookie and make him be the answer.
Yeah, I mean, he should be a god. I mean, fuck it. But look, at your party, you was dressed really nicely.
Oh, goodness.
Right. But look, do you know in Japan, you could have went to jail for how you was dressed?
Ooh, I'd have been in trouble, y'all.
You can go to jail for 29 days in Japan if you expose your thighs or your buttocks in public.
Oh, wow. My butt and my thighs was out. Oh, boy.
31 days.
Yeah. I'd have been in big trouble. Okay.
And that's been a law since 1948. It's called the Light Crimes Act.
Wow.
Otto would have went to prison too.
Yeah, Otto. Lifer. Inner thigh out.
Hoochie bots. Hoochie bots.
That is funny. Can you imagine a cell with all the dudes from Japan that got locked up for having all that? What was it?
Having their thighs exposed.
Yeah, their thighs and cheeks exposed. They all in the same cell, bro. That's terrible.
And the last one is illegal to own a walkie-talkie that was built in another country in Japan.
That's a good law.
I feel that.
If you want your country,
You can't be coming up in this motherfucker with a German walkie-talkie. What the fuck you doing? You know what I'm saying? All the shit made in Japan anyway.
That's what I was going to say.
yeah. They doing little Russian shit, nigga.
Right.
We got to cross the water in China.
There was no homelessness in America in 1979. Why? Because we still built everything here. Like, if you want to solve homelessness, What the fuck we do? Just build it here.
Right. Yeah. I mean, definitely. Somebody told me a good way to solve gang violence, and I was like, damn, this is a really good way, but I don't know if it'll ever happen. Just put life insurance on all the gang members. Every time, at some point, the insurance company's gonna be like, nigga, this is costing us way too much fucking money.
Wow.
How can we put a stop to this problem?
Right, they'll join in and help.
Let's build the community. Y'all need that.
It's a basketball.
All gang members had life insurance on them,
I agree,
bro. It make sense now.
Yeah.
Now, if you call me to kill Ray, okay, shit, it's 500,000. Oh shit.
And you know when they 18, 19, them policies is cheap.
If I was a gang leader, I'd be revolutionary. You couldn't be from my hood unless you had life insurance policy, bro.
Hey, real talk. Your job do it. Every time you get a job, your job take a life insurance
And
policy.
gang banging is what, Blaze? It's a full-time job.
So your gang will have like 8 people in it.
No,
and then
well,
the gang up the street.
nigga, you get a life insurance policy. Same number, nigga. Bro, you can get life insurance for less than what your cell phone costs a month.
You can get a group plan with a game, nigga. You get a whole group plan. Do you know how balling your set gonna be if when Ray die, $500,000?
Why
Y'all
would
ain't
I
seen
no money for fruit? All it took was a $50 a month policy. Ray funeral taken care of. His kids' college is paid for. We good.
On blood, nigga.
Just that little loan.
We got a wheel and everything, blood.
Your job do it. Your job, when you sign up for your job, they say, hey, do you want some life insurance? They ain't telling you they got life insurance on your ass. So if you die, your job benefit.
Gang leaders, life insurance policies. That should be Mando. Fucking jumped on and catching the fade. Nigga, you can't be from Lotus Park Gladiators unless you got $1 million policy on you, bro. Now this all makes sense.
Proper paperwork, Snoop.
Proper paperwork.
Snoop set it up, man. You got this.
Life insurance policies is the way, man. What you think about that problem? That's actually a great solution.
That's a great solution because at that point it's going to start. Because look, when it comes to these insurance companies, the reason why it's mandated that we have insurance, because all these insurance companies do is lobby politicians to create the laws in their own way. Matter of fact, the insurance companies write the laws and tell the politicians, "Hey, look, sign this, bitch." That's what happens. So if everybody's taking out life insurance, that means the insurance company is going to be like, oh, y'all about to ship more jobs over to somewhere else? That means more niggas going to get killed. Oh, hell no. We going to lobby for this shit because it's going to come out their money. And I mean, when money talk, bullshit walk.
It's going to happen all day. You start costing these white folks. They don't care about your life. They care about what your life is worth.
Nigga.
So all this crying and these vigils we doing and all this stop to violence and all that shit, they don't give a fuck about that. We've been doing that shit for 50 years.
They'll even pay to get their car washed in your little fundraiser too. Like, hey, I'm sorry, little Devontae died. I'm sorry.
But
and
if
a fish dinner.
And they'll buy fish dinner.
They would, but if Devontae's death costs Liberty a meal,
something gonna change.
And then Lil Ray Ray's death costs Liberty another 1.5 mil. Now we got 600 gang murders in LA in a year, and that's worth $2 billion. You don't think that it's gonna be a fucking change?
Nigga.
Immediately.
And life insurance on kids is cheap.
But what if, so
look up how many gang murders was in LA County last year.
Off the top of my head, is in the 4.
So we got. Let's say we get we're gonna insure the Crips life insurance, and so we get 8 Crips, and they say, you know what, we about to go rob a bank. They can't kill us. You know what I'm saying? We go up in there. If any one of us get killed in the commission of this crime, it's gonna cost the life insurance money.
It's a violation of the life insurance policy by committing a crime. Yeah,
But see what you so that's different. I'm talking about the victim.
Okay.
So if you're committing a robbery and you get murdered in the commission of a robbery, that's different. I'm saying like to stop the murdering of each other. Because it's based on us not having resources. If we position it to where it costs white folks a lot of money when a nigga dies, that's going to give. I think that'll be the catalyst for them to give us what we need.
It was 400 gang murders.
400 gang murders in Los Angeles last year. So if everybody have $1 million policy, that's $400 million.
Los Angeles.
And that's in one city.
That's just in Los Angeles. I don't know what the gang-related murders were countrywide. I don't know if there's any way to find that.
But this is the gang. This is murders in South Central. They always equate that to gang murder. So I'd have to half the gang murders would be somebody killing the other person with some pussy or some shit. But yeah,
but I would venture to say countrywide that there was at least 5,000 gang-related murders this last year.
If it was 5,000, if everybody got $1 million policy or $500,000 policy,
so the money goes back to the big homies.
No, what I'm saying, right. It goes back to the families or whatever. What I'm saying is, it's costing them white folks money. Yeah. Something gonna change.
And you know what's true? Like back during slavery, it's funny you say that because all black people getting lynched. That shit started doing Jim Crow. Niggas wasn't getting lynched in the 1840s during slavery because if you lynch a nigga, that's somebody's property. You got to pay him. And the slaves were insured.
What is that, like 3.5 billion or how much is a million times 5,000? Huh?
You're talking about slaves, 3.5 billion for slaves.
No, we're talking about like if
400 gets you 400 million, 5,000 is a few billion, right?
See, 5,000 times. You say how many murders was it?
Say 5,000.
Say 5,000 times and say 500. I'm saying $500,000 policy. That's a cheap policy. Oh yeah,
million is a nice round number.
2.5. It's an E9. I don't know what the fuck that means. I ain't a mathematician.
You gotta.
I ain't about to act like I know this shit.
Yeah. You gotta get that sweet potato pie recipe out the way.
Yeah, so it's like, but it goes back to during slavery, black people weren't getting lynched because that shit cost money. That shit didn't happen to after slavery.
Well, because we were the money.
We were the money. Yeah. You kill somebody slaves, you owe them that money.
Right.
And the slaves were insured by AIG insurance company. The niggas was insuring niggas since the 1800s. They still around.
And that changes the culture of gangbanging, right? Because say, now I'm like, shit, my nigga, if I die, at least it's money going back into the hood.
Right.
You can pay it forward.
You feel what I'm saying? It's like what I'm saying is niggas are dying because they don't see the value in themselves.
Hey, Kraig.
So if I got a policy on me, I know I'm worth something.
Right.
Hey, Kraig. Think of how many record labels niggas will start with that insurance money.
Bro.
Come on now.
Man.
So there's 15 death row records in every city, goddamn it.
But think about that though. Niggas are dying because they don't see the value in themselves.
That's
key. At 4 years old, I knew I'm $1 billion nigga. That would change the way I live my life, bro.
Exactly.
Right.
Real talk. That's real talk. That's real talk.
Because I don't give a fuck what nobody said. We've all, if you I would venture to say that everybody in this room has been at a point in their life where they had no money.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, that's a fucked up feeling.
Right.
And you got to be a strong person to bounce back from that, to be down to zero and less than zero, and still keep your head up and still be a solid motherfucker and still position yourself to fight back and be where we are today.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's I'm going to start an insurance company.
What you gonna call it?
I'm gonna call it Bang for Bucks.
I like it. You're on the right track.
These my two CEOs. You know what I'm saying? Because they got hood pads. I done been to places with them that regular motherfuckers can't go. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Y'all, you know what I mean? Y'all can work for us too, but
I ain't mad at that decision. Shit, Mimi she gonna run my company if I down my insurance company. Shit, she gonna run that motherfucker. They gonna be drinking poppies every goddamn lunchtime.
That's right. You already know.
Yeah, man. I don't know what is some other solution. I mean, that's my solution. What is some other solution?
That's a dope solution.
I think that's a dope.
You hit it on the nail.
That's it.
You think that's the one?
That's the one, bro.
Because think about it. It goes back to what you talking about economics. You know, if it's welfare, if it's insurance policies, and you know, and they treat it like the businesses go, and now the gang can get insurance policies when these things happen. They can build their own goddamn community centers. Most hood niggas we know, especially like the real ones, these be the smartest niggas on earth.
Oh,
these niggas is smart as like
for real.
Your best pimps, your best hood niggas is smart as fuck.
Right.
You give them niggas some money and a vision, man. You know how many black motherfuckers could outdo Twitter if we just had some money and a motherfucking vision? And your thug nigga that ain't going to school, he only going to school because that shit boring. That nigga way smarter than what school is giving him. So if we got money like this, then we can, hey, little nigga, just stay in school. Matter of fact, we gonna pay to give you a better education.
But that's the problem. Staying in school. We need to have our own school.
No, man, that's what I mean. I said
they're teaching us the wrong
better
shit.
education.
Yeah.
Like, do that. We can go back to having our own schools and go back to having 13-year-olds build houses like we was doing 50 years ago.
Todd don't agree with none of this shit we're saying right now.
That nigga squirming his chair. Child labor, 13-year-olds building houses and shit.
There's too much adulting going on.
No, because I got an idea. I was just thinking of my idea.
Free headbands for every kid?
No, you can't get that. It's exclusive. You got. I call it fade catchers, right? It'd be a league that you have to be in. You got a problem with somebody, you get in a ring that's only big enough for you to take a step back.
Oh, yeah, we're talking about sleepers.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm with that.
I like that.
Hey.
There you go.
You got to make gang banging prestigious. So you got to elevate it. You got to create a gang banging college. A college for the Crips, college for the Bloods, college for whomever. But you got to make it prestigious and make it mean something to be affiliated. That way it changes the whole narrative. People, they can still have their little gang banging games online.
Gang banging games.
That exists already.
Not for Crips and Bloods.
Sure they do.
It's already prestigious. But it's prestigious for the wrong thing. But no, going on what you're saying.
But we're trying to fix our community. So, yes, that does exist, but ours is still ratchet. So you got to turn the ratchetness into.
I get what you're saying. I don't like a solution. I was thinking was like, look, every society, every kid ain't the same. You got nerd kids, you got aggressive kids, you got calm kids. Your kids that are aggressive, that are predisposed to run through shit. That's your military and police force in a functional society. Matter of fact, those are the motherfuckers with the most courage. You know what I mean? Your kid that got that gumption to get up and get shit done. Them niggas. You think I'm lying? What do the mafia say? The smart mafia, man, they'll recognize and see that person that ain't that smart, but they're an enforcer. That person is going to team up with the smart person to protect them, and we both can get this money because for every smart person that can build something, he needs an enforcement mechanism. Any society that's built needs a defense mechanism, and that's through their military. So your kids that are predisposed to run to that fade in a functional society, you train them to be a military. Because every functional society needs a military to defend itself.
So don't help him out. Just let him be a crash dummy.
No, let him be in the military. Military people get paid.
The niggas who fucked up like that, my nigga, got issues. So you said nurture his issue. And
let's talk about that.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about how when you're too young to recognize that the nigga we thought was a rider and a straight killer is the nigga has autism.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
The nigga's on the spectrum. Right. The reason he hopping out shooting niggas in daylight is because his brain ain't right.
That's part of it. The other part is
he want
to sign up for life insurance.
That's part of it. The other part of it is misguided aggression. Right. Every society needs somebody that got the courage to blow somebody's brain out.
Every man has that in him. Don't get it twisted. Every man has it in him, but I'm talking about what makes men different is why they do it.
Right.
A thinker is only going to take so much of the big homie telling them to go do this. After a nigga that thinks is going to be like, hold on, my nigga.
Right. That's the thing.
But you telling me to do this not because you like me, it's because I'm risking my freedom.
Right.
Thank you.
Oh, you playing me.
Playing me.
Hey, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? All right, well, okay, so let me figure out if I'm going to stay in this gang, how I'm going to do it my way.
Right.
A lot of these wars that happen in inter-gang wars are because the niggas from one generation aren't letting the niggas from the other generation dictate what they going to do. And it cracks off. That's why a lot of hoods split.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What happens, here's why I say that. What happens, because at the end of the day, there are people who have quickers, flints, and switches than other people. In a functional society, you recognize that at a young age. A lot of little thug niggas, we see them at 3.
That nigga said DeWine has misguided hunger.
Yeah. Your mama's pussy smell like tuna, nigga. But
this nigga
the thing is there are people with a quick switch, and you don't discard them. A lot of times, the people when you combine quick switch personality with a dysfunctional environment, you get a killer.
Yeah.
And as I say, in a functional society, you recognize that and you train that child to be a part of your military force because you need people. What happens when you join the military? What happens when you join the police department? The first thing they do is teach you not to think. You got to follow directions. You need people who ain't gonna think, who just go out and kill. You need them people. But in a functional society, you can get them to kill the right people, not each other. That's all I'm saying. It's certain people who did certain niggas just love to fight. All right, cool, you love to fight. Nigga, you are defense system.
No, that goes against everything you're saying. A functional society?
Yes.
Who's in a functional society?
There's no healthy way to integrate into
This
a
society
society.
isn't functional.
Huh?
This society isn't functional.
Right.
There are functional societies out there.
Dysfunction is a function.
Right.
So let's not forget that. I think that a lot of times people not knowing who they are is the reason why they get into situations where they killing for shit that they have no idea.
Right. That's that switch you're talking about. That ain't no real motherfucking switch. A motherfucker got real issues. You know what I'm saying?
But that goes back to not
mental.
know who you are. Some people think they killers, and you really should be a computer
Right.
scientist.
So
nigga.
take
That's
that
why
little
you weird.
motherfucker and help him understand who he is.
Yeah, for him.
Don't
But there's some
ball
kids-
him up and throw him in.
No.
The wild said, "You're perfect. I need you. You got this mission going on tomorrow. You like to fight."
Everyone born, yeah, I'm gonna say on that. Everyone is born into their perfection.
Do I understand?
There's no. At the end of the day, when I know, in my years working with kids, all my kids that I worked with, the hundreds, when they fight a lot, when they were the ones that got a quick switch, the minute I put them niggas in boxing, the minute I put them in karate,
Exactly.
now all of a sudden their grades are doing better. Now they listen to their mama because this kid like to fight. So let me teach him how to do that shit in a functional way. When you don't get shown how to do that thing, and when you get told, "Oh, you're wrong for fighting," every society needs a military, nigga. The reason why Black Wall Street got burned down is Black Wall Street didn't have a fucking military. Everybody can't get a college degree. Some niggas is here to fight.
That's why we taking applications for the University of Gangbanging.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For all the little old white G's who want to get on in a more sophisticated way. You don't want to go to West Point. You know what I'm saying? You want to still bang, have your little duels with the Crips and Bloods. We have little laser tag games and paintball games where you can stimulate your, drive-bys and shit like that.
That shit sounded real
I just want to know.
No, this is goof talk now.
Yeah, I just want to know where y'all gonna get all these banged out niggas to sit down and do all this paperwork.
Yeah.
Sign up for the college. Sign up for life insurance. Sign up for the.
You obviously.
If the
The
men
Elks Lodge. It's an Elks Lodge in every motherfucking
And then some niggas gonna say he's more valuable dead, so they gonna be killing more niggas because you worth better dead because now they feel like they put a price tag on you.
Yeah.
So now it might be more deaths. They'll still come out and make that difference you said because now they have to pay that money.
Yeah.
But people will kill you because they know you're worth something.
But here's the thing, but at least they're gonna be killing who they should be killing.
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
You feel what I'm saying? Right
Right.
now, it's a lot of loose leaf ass killing.
Right, right.
If you knew the boss was worth $1 billion and he was giving out bullshit orders, y'all niggas gonna get together and be like, we gotta get this nigga back.
Right. Keep bossing us around.
Going back to the reason why I keep bringing up functional society, not that's because that's where we at. That's where we want to go. In order for you to get somewhere, you got to create a vision for it. And you got to follow and do what it takes to get to that vision. So when I say that about a functional society, again, you don't throw nobody away. Everybody has a role. Everybody has a function. And what happens is, we be in this society, I remember when I used to go visit these non-public schools. Non-public schools don't teach these kids shit. These kids got IEPs. They're not private schools. Non-public school is a space between private school and regular school. Non-public is where
Charter schools?
Not charter schools. Charter schools.
Continuation?
They send you to charter schools if you have a future.
Right.
You talking about continuation?
No. It's similar to continuation. Non-public schools are these schools that are created to where if a child has bad grades,
Nigga talking about culinary arts.
You need to make most people take pies.
I want to get this off because there's parents out there dealing with this shit right now.
Go ahead.
This is an epidemic going on in black society. We don't even know this shit. We too concerned about basketball.
I'm
So you know, because you're a teacher, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, so what's happening right now is there's a real epidemic in black society.
Right.
What's happening is if a black kid,
Black cheese.
Nigga think about Cheetos.
y'all,
Yeah, right. Black cheese.
y'all care about our kids. Do y'all care about our kids? They want to be goofballs. Which one is it?
Go ahead, brother.
We gonna get involved.
Let him get it off.
We got 7-year-olds dealing with this shit right now. So what happens is a black kid go around, and if he's in school and he don't want to listen, he's making these noises.
Right.
they say this kid needs an IEP.
What kind of noise is it?
They dress like Kraig. The kids function like Kraig, basically. So what happens is they say this kid's special. So what they do is they give him an IEP. But an IEP, you're supposed to test that through your mental capacity is what should test you into an IEP. What they have people out there is a category in California. It's called OHI, other health impairments. Damn. Parents, listen to me. There's a category called other health impairments, and what they'll do is they'll convince a parent that your child needs to be in this non-public school because he keeps getting in fights, he's not doing his homework, and he just can't function. A non-public school is supposed to be like a 1-year thing to get him back in, get his behavior right, get him back. What they do is with black kids, they leave them in non-public schools the rest of their life. So now that kid was raised, never learned anything, never learned any conflict resolution, and then we tell him, you can go to UCLA. That ain't possible. These niggas get they get work packets. Right. The same work packet, 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade. They literally get the same work packet. And you tell that kid he can go to Harvard. No, the fuck he can't. Right. Nigga, what if we say let's put him in trade school? What if the men had some kind of thing where we had something for these kids outside of it? Because if a kid basically ain't gonna go to Harvard, if you're in a rapper, if you're in a basketball player, what do the rest of them do? Right. We as a black society have not done a good job of pointing that kid in the right direction.
I'm telling you, life insurance policy is the way. It is the motherfucking way.
That's it. I agree. That's why I agree.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree too. I just think somebody got to sign them up.
Well, you know how many chicken dinners we had to sell when my Uncle Roger died?
Shit.
And Uncle Roger was valuable. Right. He was a nigga that everybody loved in Pasadena. It was 1,500 people at his funeral. And Raj was just a good person. I mean, he messed with the cocaine or whatever, but he was still a good motherfucker. He was a good person. His life was very valuable. He's very missed. When he died, that was worth at least a few $1 million. Anyway, we're gonna go to commercial break. When we get back, more Kraig Facts.
Yeah, nigga.
Walking real spry since you put her through the fry. Now she fucking old boy and she don't even say goodbye. Missing old girl and she wants to know the why. But open means open and emotions are a lie. Even if I had a heart, she would serve it with some pie. On a casual encounter with a bouncer over fries. When he give it to you, we gon' finally say goodbye. Cause all I do is eat, drink, fuck, and then say goodnight. I really don't fuck with you.
You just cough, bitch?
Cause you just something to do. You're damn right, I be a fool for food. But I really don't fool with you. I thought you knew. I really don't fuck with you.
Did you just cough, bitch?
Cause you just something to do. You're damn right, I be a fool for food. But I really don't fool with you. I thought you knew. The trouble with y'all is y'all ain't trouble at all. Do what you wanna do, nigga, including dropping the ball. Plan for what's in store, homie, you are not at the mall. You're not a customer no more, but a product of all. Your brother said what? Baby, don't play. We both know Lil Jeffrey gay. You do what I tell you to do, and he do what a nigga say. Plus, I'm the one fucking you. When you feed me bullshit, I gotta stomach you and shit out direction. Like that time you kept your bat by the door for safety. And then I said, if you don't take this and keep it next to your bed, nigga gon' break in the house and take this shit and hit you in the head. I really don't fuck with you.
You just cough, bitch?
Cause you just something to do. You're damn right, I be a fool for food. But I really don't fool with you. I thought you knew. I really don't fuck with you.
Did you just cough, bitch?
Cause you just something to do. You're damn right, I be a fool for food. But I really don't fool with you. I thought you knew. I really don't fuck with you.
Did you just cough, bitch?
Cause you just something to do. You're damn right, I be a fool for food. But I really don't fool with you. I thought you knew. Well, you know I know that. But why wouldn't I do what you're telling me to do now? I'm here because of you, Lord. Because of you, I walk by faith and not by sight. Well, exactly. When I was in the penitentiary, wasn't nobody... Okay. Well, what does that mean to me? Exactly, Lord. Exactly. That's why I love you, God. A personal relationship. Brother, what brings you to our beautiful church today?
I've been on drugs my whole life. It's taken everything from me. I thought it was going to help me with my cardio. And I can't stop snitching.
Listen, man, I got the dope right here.
He got the dope. I see it.
Lord, you've heard this man's heart, God. Bless this man and give this brother a miracle. He's gotten you off the drugs. It's a miracle.
Oh my God, hallelujah, I'm off of drugs.
What is this, brother? Who does it belong to?
There's cocaine right there. You know anything about that?
Nope.
God! The Lord tells me you've been hiding some things, brother. Lord tells me you have a serious case of hepatitis B. Lord has also told me that you're a heavy eater. That when you pass gas, there's weight to it. Thank you, Lord, for that word. Lord also tells me that when you eat, you pick the food out your teeth, re-season it, and re-swallow it. I see here that you actually borrow money from the police. Thank you, God. If I owe you something, I'm not going to give it to you, so you're better off getting it from God, my Nick.
Read it down so I don't need no hands or action.
Ready and go.
Of hepatitis B. It's the Lord, what you say, God? Okay, God, Lord has also told me that you're a heavy eater. That when you pass gas, there's weight to it. Thank you, Lord, for that word.
I needed to see Eugene the evangelist. I knew I needed to see Eugene the evangelist. I knew I needed to see Eugene, the gangster evangelist. Man, your reputation on the streets is unbelievable. You have no idea what's been going on with me. I've been messing around with drugs my whole life. I'm talking about years. I thought cocaine was the answer. Have you ever seen anybody fat on cocaine? Absolutely not.
All right, ready? Hold on and go.
What you say, God? Well, you know I know that. But why wouldn't I do what you're telling me to do now? I'm here because of you, Lord. Because of you, I walk by faith and not by sight. Well, exactly. When I was in the penitentiary, wasn't nobody... Okay. Well, what does that mean to me? Exactly, Lord. Exactly. That's why I love you, God. Personal relationship. Brother, what brings you to our beautiful church today?
First, thank you for seeing me.
Don't like your energy, cause men be liars. Blue attendees will then be biased. Don't like your energy, cause men be liars. Don't offend me with friendly fire. Don't like your energy, cause men be liars. Blue attendees will then be biased. Don't like your energy, cause men be liars.
Yeah, I'm just blowing off steam, bro. Trying to get money from my people, but the time I own fire, no equal. Fire up something cause I'm so stressed. New cash money, nigga feeling so fresh. Big money, big progress. Big talking when we cash X. Boss speaking, nigga say less. Are you ready for the prime time? Stop playing, nigga, bang my line. I'ma get rich or die trying. Hater niggas know we been no. Blowing smoke out the window. Pass bucks to my kinfolk. Hang a nigga from a thin rope, but we trying to get it in though. Can't wait to the end though. In game like Nintendo. Hot shit, but I'm so cold. My God.
Don't offend me with friendly fire. Don't like your energy, cause men be liars. Blue attendees will then be biased. Don't like your energy, cause men be liars. Oh, you a gangster on the
inside, but I don't like your energy. A parrot in its mimicry. Cut coke, sell crack, hard on black, but watch police kill Phil and you ain't hard on that. We supposed to be brothers, but you forgot you was a Jew. Started acting like a nigga, look what this has come to. A new identity, hoes in male clothes with them rude hostilities. Look, I just want a shot to impair mares with red dots, cause acting to get you work like headshots. In my car with a bizarre Asian, white coupe, the car is Caucasian, on a star blazing. I think we OD'd, clear the air like some trees until we OD'd. I might move a little fast and didn't plant no seeds, but I'm man enough to say that we OD'd. I think we OD'd, clear the air like some trees until we OD'd. I might move a little fast and didn't plant no seeds, but I'm man enough to say that we OD'd. When I buy it, you buy it, but ain't nobody selling shit. Jealous of the fetishes when ownership's the medicine. Do the things that boomerang so you can leverage it. Shit gets hairy, be a wig and get ahead of it. Miss you, say you bored, we not on one accord. Arguing and fighting, damn near mopping up the floors. That lesbian sex shit ain't free. She gon' have to pay you, cause you got to pay me. And we keepin' this in order. Can't be a dime without the rest of my quarter, cause I'm never there sorta. Before me, it was a bunch of weird niggas around you hobby shop till I broke the boredom, karate chop. And I'm really not into violence, interpretate the silence as prizes. And I'm really more into vibing, you perpetrating Simons or Hymens. I think we OD'd, clear the air like some trees until we OD'd. I might move a little fast and didn't plant no seeds, but I'm man enough to say that we OD'd. I think we OD'd, clear the air like some trees until we OD'd. I might move a little fast and didn't plant no seeds, but I'm man enough to say that we OD'd. My neighbor Dan lost some weight, but he ain't came too far. Hit that alarm 1,500 times a day trying to show you his car. And we both know he's proud of it. Go off a dance, some of that clam and watch him chowdery. Cause you could be with the miss, but without a bitch. The with is the money and without is the glitch. You're paying her to leave, if she breathe, you should trip. Miami, the Grammys, New York, a trip. I'm searching for emotion, but all I know is logic. She wants to be my girlfriend, I show her like my closet. Cause we could be close and yet still remain strangers. Leave that where you from, shit to them gangbangers. I'm highly advanced, the message in the dance. Some of y'all wear the skirts while those of us wear the pants. You wanna know the difference? It's really not explicit. It's when a nigga talk to his bitch, shut up and listen. I think we OD'd, clear the air like some trees until we OD'd. I might move a little fast and didn't plant no seeds, but I'm man enough to say that we OD'd. I think we OD'd, clear the air like some trees until we OD'd. I might move a little fast and didn't plant no seeds, but I'm man enough to say that we OD'd.
Believe that. Grind it before I get it. Bring my niggas with me. Ain't no limits to the ceiling.
They got in an accident a few years ago, and as a result, they lost their hearing. Can you perform a miracle today?
Of course I can, but I sense another type of problem. Is there some type of confusion?
Well, they hate each other now, and they blame each other for the accident, and they're always fighting.
I can't stand you. I can't stand you.
Lord, make these brothers stop arguing.
that you made it impossible for them to argue, can you please do us a miracle and get them their hearing back?
Okay. Can you please step to the side, sister? Thank you. Lord, bless them with the miracle. Bless them with the miracle of hearing.
Hold it down low. Oh, cuz I can hear that.
Real one is back.
I can hear it,
Cuz, I'm not trying to hear that, cuz.
Cuz, what you talking about?
Cuz, you the reason we was deaf in the first place. I was trying to tell you, cuz, it was an accident, cuz, but you wasn't trying to listen, cuz, on Kraig. What? Man, that's on the dead old we get out right now. What's up?
What's up? Lord, you know I don't get down like this.
That's not the holy dollar move.
Hello? Hello? Oh my gosh, you guys messed the miracle up. Are you Eugene the gangster evangelist?
Yes, I am.
It's my brothers. They got in a terrible accident years ago, and ever since they lost their hearing. They lost their hearing. As a result, they lost their hearing. Okay. Are you Eugene the gangster evangelist?
Yes, I am.
It's my brothers. They got in an accident a few years ago, and as a result, they lost their hearing.
Wow. Okay.
This is
CC Rise, okay?
promo for Kraig, Gangster Evangelist, and go for it.
If I owe you something, I'm not gonna be able to get it to you. But if you want it, you can get it from God, my niggas.
Oh yeah.
I'll give you the original.
Oh okay. So
I get the original.
you be alright though, man. That's what they meant by offensive odor, though. That's
very offensive.
That's offensive. That's like a fuck you coming out your body. You walk by niggas, they be like, "What you say, nigga?" I smell a fuck you in here. Somebody smell a fuck you? No, I didn't hear fuck you. I smell fuck you. This shit traveling up my nose and my brain. Now all I can think is fuck you. I just thought fuck you 9 times right now. Listen to my thought.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Fuck you. Yeah. Gotta get that together, brother.
We gonna give it to you.
To be so well spoken, you bad odored, nigga. I ain't never met a well spoken, bad odored motherfucker, man. That's an oxymoron like a motherfucker, man.
You number one that ain't.
That's a new word. Not an oxymoron, but a smell moron. That's a smell moron. It's all good, brother. Much love, man. Somebody got to tell you though.
Oh, we know. Hey, somebody. Everybody.
If the police came in, they could arrest you for that. That's at least 90 days coming off his body, nigga. That ain't regular time. That's in the whole time he got coming off his body, nigga. That's 23-hour lockdown time he got coming off his body, nigga.
A lot of motherfuckers don't know I got 5 albums. I'm back in the lab, working on my 6th LP, the Chill Withers Project. I got a lot coming, man. Support. Don't let this quarantine hold you back.
I'm with Cube on this. What's in it for us? Walk rolls are off the. Up. Now look at us. We going up. Going up. Trendsetter, pacemaker, changed my heart. Did everything in tools, then built my arc. Cause I've been old, childish alchemist, cause I've been gold. A lot of rebounding like Rodman on the Sparks, and I've been told great men do it cause they've been through it with the right bimbo. I judge ya on what happens when I'm done. Will she raise soldier when he raise gun? Or will he get exposure and D-Wade's son? We fought it out, bad tenant, her dad did it, gave notice and got it out. Now I walk in belief and travel without a doubt.
If I owe you something, I'm not gonna be able to give it to you, but if you want it, you can get it from God, nigga. Saying what it is, man.
I'm a director. Hey, I'm a director. Places everybody.
Son, I apologize. I took some risks to provide for you and your mother. It landed me in jail for 8 years, and it took me away from you. Excuse me.
What's up, pimp? Hey.
What's going on, Flink?
Just left the shop, man. You left this up there. I figured you might need
okay,
this
appreciate
here, man.
that,
What y'all
man.
got going on up here?
All right.
Y'all chilling. What's happening? Hey, Charlie, what's up, my nigga? What's the word, my God? What's up, big old man? What's the word, dog?
Man, I ain't seen you in a minute, man. What you been up to?
Oh, shit, not drinking enough protein shakes,
Yeah,
obviously,
you know,
motherfucker.
man. When you light skinned, you got to play the part, man. So don't nobody fuck with you. You know what I'm saying?
You can use that kind of language, man. Fuck the kids, man.
Yeah, I feel you. What's been going on though, man? I'm telling you, nephew been out there doing it big though.
All these views, man. What is this nigga doing?
This man is a lyrical and creative genius.
I need me a thick but no homo though, cause that's that gay shit. Nigga, as long as I say no homo, it's not gay, right?
Absolutely right, sir.
Anime.
Shout out to Charlie Google's film.
Protection. Can't call me Poppy, y'all teacher.
This is so dumb.
Everything about this was iconic.
Let me know what you think, bro. I got you. This shit cold.
Like, this needs to be the best meme. This needs to be the next Old Town Road.
What's going on with you, you big French bull mastiff terrier looking motherfucker, you dog ass nigga, man? You just like your daddy, man. Look at you, boy. You get big. Ah, shit, nigga, I almost broke my hand. You buck. What you feeding this nigga?
A whole lot of greens.
You got some more of it? I'm hungry. They got some weed in here.
I want to take some time though, man. I gotta thank y'all, man. Okay. First of all, I want to thank you for holding down the shop while I was in the penitentiary, man.
I'm just saying, just all you gotta do, nigga, is put the run the alternator, run the line to the alternator.
Yeah, the tube got to go in the hole.
Without you, none of this would be possible.
Right on.
I love you, man.
Much love.
Brother-in-law, you've been a rock, man. You put money on my books. You kept me eating while I was locked down. You was there for my son. You've been a rock for my wife. Whatever you need, I got you, man. I'm just humbled by that, brother.
I gotta say though, man, if I had something in my glass, I would toast you. You've been doing right by my sister, and I really honor and appreciate you for that. I know things ain't been perfect, but you've been doing the best that you can. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, brother.
And I appreciate you for that. Glass me up anyhow, even though mine's is empty. Toast to you.
To my son, man, I apologize, Junior. I wasn't living right. And because of that, the system took me away from you.
The show you are watching is a paid program or advertisement. USA Network is not responsible for the claims and representations made by the sponsor.
Hello world, I'm Cephas X. Hotep, I have a breakthrough for you today. Years ago, my ex-wife, come on, my beautiful ex-wife, we traveled to Kemet. I picked up what I thought was a harmless blueberry. Unbeknownst to me, it was a Gadoji berry. Gadoji berries have healing qualities. They heal any and everything. You ain't got no hands? Gadoji berry. You got a bad knee? Gadoji berry. You a little slow and don't know where to go? Gadoji berry. Baby, bring me a berry. Hurry up now. Hurry up, baby. Okay, baby. I mean, you need a damn dagger to give me a berry? Why you got a dagger?
My bad, babe.
Okay, I mean, you know. Get the fuck up out the screen. Look.
Yeah, this dude got the key to success, homie.
You know, you're in and out. You just need to be out more times than you're in. And I'm gonna get to that, okay? I mean, you the cameraman or are you me, okay? I'm me, you the cameraman, okay? Look, we walk the path of the great migration. Dogs don't think barks. They think words. Can you please go get me the bits? Hurry up. Okay, look. I'm gonna eat this berry now. Look, there's a dog there. Look. We gonna bark at the dog. Ain't nothing gonna happen. What, ready? Let's bark. Look. See, nothing. The dog is not responding. See, no joining. The dog doesn't know. Right? But when I get on my knees, I say, come here, boy. The dog comes right to me. See, the Kadoji bear. It works here. And I swear this is not a scam.
If you don't be... Hey, go dial this number. Get them berries.
Hello?
Who we can collect calls from, baby? Okay, Joker.
Hi, can I speak to Cephas X, please? Hold on.
I'm trying to get a 3.5 of the Goji berry.
What?
Could you wrap those up in wool?
Are you playing? Hang up the phone.
Alrighty. That was classic.
Why y'all people... Serious callers, please. Okay, caller, how you doing, caller? How can I help you, caller?
Yo, Kraig, it's your pops.
What's Pop?
It's your pops. Code 819. Come on, man, 819. I don't remember.
Police! Yes! At the end of the day, I can't complain. Hey, this next competitor, man, one of my partners, man, I want y'all to make some noise for Big Ja.
I think we OD, clear the air like some trees.
You know what it is.
Hey, what's going on, Big Ja? What's going on, brother? Yeah. Man, tell us what you about to do to your competitor, man.
I'm about to stump a mud hole in his confidence, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to beat him down, man. I'm a dominologist. I do this.
Hey, man. Tell the world where they can find you.
Big Ja, 2 G's, BIGGJAH, all platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, OnlyFans, all that.
Yeah, nigga. Hey, man, let's roll. Let's get ready to rumble, man. Yeah, let's make it noise. Yeah. All right. Our next competitor, man. Man, this is one of my close partners, man. Got much love for him. Y'all give it up straight from Moreno Valley, Mobile, California. Y'all give it up for Lunch the General.
Really not into violence, interpretate the silence as prizes.
Hey! What's going on, Lunch?
How you doing, man?
Chillin', man. Man, tell these people what you about to do to your competitor.
I'm about to hit this nigga with a rock. This big ass nigga, David and Goliath type of shit. I'm gonna rock and hit that nigga. You know what I'm saying, cuz?
That's right, man. Tell the world where they can find you.
Check me out, Lunch the General. That's Lunch, THA General. Spotify, Apple Music, IG, and wherever else. Pornhub too, if it's on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Check me out.
Let's get ready to rumble! Let's get Rules. Games to 100, 400. All right. If somebody calls bogey, that's 50 points, but you gotta call the bogey if they play bogey. All right. And yeah, games to 100.
Let's go.
Let's rock.
Mine's right here. Why?
400.
Bam.
Let's do it.
Somebody gotta watch this.
Go ahead, do that.
I'm like my man, first and last time watching this.
Got it.
I'm allergic to the soap around this motherfucker. Let's go.
Nigga look like he is. Look ashy. He allergic to soap. This motherfucker. Here we go.
Yo, get his big ass up.
Here we go. Get them kids at the street. They crying.
Big 6 to the bowl.
Yeah, I ain't got it.
I don't got it. Big 5.
I ain't got that either.
Big 4.
Oh, no.
Big 3.
All right,
Don't
boom.
get them points.
I'm not yet. I'm working on it though. Setting it up. Yeah.
Right down, huh?
Boom.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Yes,
I'm getting knick-knack.
Oh,
Patty
White.
White.
Patty White.
Give a dog a bone.
Give Big John the ball.
Let me get the same thing.
Oh, man.
Plus
9,
5.
10 to 5. 10 to 5.
Okay.
Y'all can get the mention.
Let's see.
Take it. He running away. I see it.
Serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting serious, though.
Serious. You had them 5, huh? I see you run away. Don't put it like that. We're gonna do it like that.
Treachery.
Go ahead and do it like that.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and jump on this.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get it like that.
It's all right.
We're gonna get it like that.
Boom.
Oh.
That way.
Oh,
Like
wow.
the
Yeah, bring it back there.
I'm laying them down like that.
Okay.
I'm laying them down like that.
Yes, sir. Look at that. Ain't nothing real quick. We're setting it up.
15? Oh my God. Domino.
You got 10. Oh, my bad.
Oh,
Strong, nigga. Strong. Yeah.
10 more. What's that, Doug?
30 to 10.
Oh, okay.
Ja got 10, Lunch got 30.
For right now. Right now.
It's lunch.
Right now, it's all good.
It's lunch. Let's eat.
Let's eat
Let's eat. It's lunch. Let's eat.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They go watch. I like when you just
I'll
watch.
give you the first one.
What my man say? Make sure they hot. Or make sure they not so hot. Something like that.
Yup.
Buy some pans and all that shit.
Yep.
You got the tree, they crying. Y'all booty my hand in at home and shit. Yeah, it's all good. Told you my shit
40 to
booty.
10. 40 to 10.
I'm knocking already.
Hold on.
Oh, wow.
Don't grab too many, though.
Oh, wow.
Hold on.
I pull bullshit.
Don't grab too many.
It's all good.
I don't like too many, motherfucker. I don't like too many.
Wait.
Oh, they're going. I ain't start slapping yet because I ain't really putting it down yet.
What's this? Less than 0?
40 to 10. Lunch got 40, Ja got 10.
Come on, John, say it ain't
It's
so.
all good. It's all good.
I really didn't like that.
Chin Chun?
Oh, we out the house. 50
I told you my hand booty, my nigga.
50 to 10.
My shit trash right now.
Oh.
That way.
I'm like what he's saying though, really? Something like that.
Let me get an opening. Let me get an opening, my nigga.
Side of the house.
Dime! Dime!
There we go.
That
There
way.
we go.
Yeah, that's bigger than good play.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I said don't let me get an opening.
Same dime.
Okay.
Same dime.
60 to 20.
That's cool. Get back over there, my nigga.
Hey, oh.
Adolescent, R. Kelly.
Oh, my God.
R. Kelly, adolescent.
Okay.
Adolescent. R. Kelly. I'm got them up.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh.
Here we go.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, think about it.
R. Kelly.
Another
Bump and grind.
He need 10 to go. It's 90 to 20.
go.
Man, he is king. Hey, yo, Ja.
Hey, my hand was trash from jump though, and niggas at home gonna see it. Y'all watch this, y'all gonna see my hand was trash from the jump. But I'm a savage. I'ma still rock with it.
Did you get 7?
Here's a bigger ass. Okay.
Wait, it's money.
Money out there. Definitely some
See?
money out there.
Hey, I'm still over here. I'm still bullshitting.
Some money out there.
This is a personal aspect. Arsenal. What you
doing? Why I need to go, Greg?
This is a biblical.
Why I need to go?
It is Sunday. David and Glenn. Let's call it.
What's scoreboard? 90-20.
Oh yeah, he is kicking your ass to the max.
Hey, fuck all that, nigga.
Hey, get out of the way. That shit, man. Let's go, man. Let's go.
It's all good.
Let's go, baby. Get him up out of here.
Okay.
I had to download, man.
It's bad dealing. You shoulda took your bitch ass home and been rich. All that high sounding you doing, nigga.
Yes, sir. It's your boy lunch. Y'all know how to get it. How I get it.
Yeah.
It's lunch. Let's eat.
I'm about to be outside like this.
Hey, y'all get this big nigga, man. I need 10 niggas to get this big nigga, man. It's your boy lunch. I eat fine.
Huh? Oh yeah, that's the general, man.
I just seen it the other day at my house.
Oh, with his girl?
No.
That's what my bitch don't hang out with me at niggas' houses. He was with
he was by himself.
Oh, he came to your house by himself?
No, he was next door. Big bro.
Oh, he was hanging with him.
Yeah, remember that's how y'all was talking about it too. Y'all made that connection.
Creepo.
Yeah, so I heard about him and this and that. I know y'all connection.
We back?
Yeah. This is about another good 20 seconds. I know this. You just walked up to the field.
Yeah,
You got to respond. That ain't we ain't back. There you go.
We back.
Oh, just fade out.
That's a delay. We've been back longer than that. That's a delay, remember?
Yeah.
That's like what's up, y'all? We back. What you got for us, Todd?
Man, Chris Paul, man, the elimination game, he went 14 for 14, didn't miss a shot, and then he won game 1 against the Mavericks. Is this going to be Chris Paul's year? Are we looking at Chris Paul's year to actually get a ring?
No, absolutely not.
Possible.
No, I think Golden State Warriors. They're not even gonna get. They don't get past Golden State. I think Golden State going from the West, and then the East Coast. They're gonna have problems with either Boston or Milwaukee, or maybe Miami. But I definitely don't think Chris Paul gonna beat either one of them teams. He can, but I doubt it.
Chris Paul is the third best player on this team.
You need the third best player on the team?
Yeah.
Who are the other two? Who are the better two?
Obviously,
Devin
the
Booker,
two guard and the big man.
And Aiden. Yeah.
Aiden and the guard are both better than Chris Paul.
Okay.
I think this might be their year, bro.
You think so?
14, man. Elimination game.
It's Golden State, man.
Golden State.
Golden State.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
can't go to say win it all, but I mean, Chris Paul doing some different shit this year. Like this is his last chance for sure.
Yeah.
Though we all know this is it for him. If he don't make it happen this time, there's gonna be no rings in Chris Paul's future.
And that's the fucked up thing I think about Chris Paul is that if he don't win a ring, niggas ain't gonna know how great he was later. You know what I mean?
This is the best team he's been on.
Huh?
This is the best team he's been on.
He could
He
could always get shot.
Same for somebody on the Golden State Warriors. You know, something tragic can happen. Somebody get hurt. It's over.
But that's the difference. If something happened to Chris Paul, they not winning. Something happened to Devin Booker, they not winning. Golden State got so many people over there. You know what I mean? One of them. I mean, unless if it ain't Steph, they could probably still do it. As long as Steph ain't the one to get hurt, they probably still got a shot at it.
Right. I don't know, man. The Suns and Milwaukee, bro. Milwaukee has the experience. They got the best player in the NBA.
Right.
Don't count Milwaukee out. You know what I'm saying? What else you got for us?
Don't Milwaukee out. The next thing I got for you is my fault, y'all. Get to it.
Get to it.
The Lightning, John Ruda was bloodied in an ice brawl in the Maple Leafs game. So this hockey fight got out of control. Like this dude got bloodied up in the hockey. Do you think that if other sports let you catch the fade like they do in hockey and just put a little penalty on you, do you think that would make the sport better?
Yeah. I do.
For basketball.
Yeah, I do.
Not for football.
What do you
I mean,
think?
you got pads on. You're just not gonna be.
I think you make it better. Like if you say, all right, we take the helmet, you keep the helmet on. You know
I
what I'm
said
saying?
we gonna
And
head
y'all
up.
get the, yeah, you
I
get
said they gonna head up.
the drill.
Yes.
Lay it on the
Those
back.
on the back.
Yeah, that'll be hard.
On your back, go head up on the sideline. You know what I mean? And,
Right.
and ha ha. You know what I mean? Whoever wins,
Want to get the penalty?
2 out of 3.
2 out of 3.
Yeah.
Auto for commissioner.
Yeah, arch rivals bring arch rivals back.
Well,
You know what I mean? I like.
What does that do for the sport? Y'all said he said, "Do you think it'll make the sport better?" What
Yeah.
What does that do for the sport?
All of the we gonna eject this person because in hockey they don't do the ejections. They just put you in the penalty box. If you're really mad about what somebody did to you, you go ahead and you fight, and then you going in the penalty box for it.
And
That's still a decision.
And controlled chaos is very entertaining.
Well, yeah, I get the entertainment aspect for sure, but I don't see what it does for the sport. Because it's sports, it's specific sports you can watch for fighting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It'll never happen. It'll devalue LeBron's brand if he got knocked out.
What? Because he
catching the face.
What if he dog walk somebody? What if he dog walk 5 people in a row?
He
That's
would
all.
have to dog walk everybody.
Everybody coming for him.
Yeah.
You know, like what Dennis Rodman did for some of these, you know what I'm saying, less than talented players. Like he gave them drive that if you just hustle, and it's true, you just hustle when you, man, it'll be dudes like that strictly entering the league to whoop your ass. They got no talent, but he'll beat the dog shit out you. You know what I'm saying?
Who would be the king? Who would be the king? Like the hands at basketball. Like
In basketball right now, man,
who would run the
Basketball players
league?
can't
run the
fight,
league.
man. But
Man,
no,
no,
but,
he got the shot. He got the size.
but even aside from that, I don't know how elite you've ever been in the sport, but if you ever cooked somebody into frustration, the next thing you know, I done dropped 12 buckets in a row. Now you're just fighting me because you can't beat me at the actual sport. So no, it's not going to make the sport better. What it's going to do is actually knock the more skilled players out because they might not be focused on fighting. They might be focusing on cooking you on the fucking scoreboard. And the next thing you know, your teeth get knocked out.
There should be an extra player on each roster that's
A bruiser.
just for the scrapping.
Just for the fans.
Yeah.
So in the game, we got altercations like Ron.
Get out of here, Ron.
He'd be the designated fighter.
Yeah.
Right.
Like a designated in basketball.
Yeah.
Win worth 10 points, loss minus 10.
Oh, I like that.
You
Sport's
know?
better. See y'all? Told y'all.
Yeah, but all the players with the most hands can't hoop. Anyway, like you said.
Yeah.
You know Kobe didn't have no hands.
No hands.
No, Chris Charles.
Michael Jordan had no hands.
Kobe lost every fight.
Jerry Stackhouse had hands.
Kareem had hands.
But he also had a pronounced brow.
Stackhouse had hands.
That caveman DNA.
Stackhouse had
Shaq, no hands.
Lou Alcindor had hands.
Derek Coleman had hands.
Lou Alcindor had hands.
Okay, that's one. One grade had
Okay.
hands.
That's one. It's just-
What's the David West most hands in NBA history?
David West.
Power forward for the Indiana
That
Pacers.
nigga had hands.
What?
Superb
Jerry
hands. He had knocked Jerry Reed out.
Stackhouse.
Stackhouse would fight you, but he didn't have hands.
He had hands. Hornacek, he whooped that nigga's ass.
Hornacek.
It was Hornacek.
Hornacek.
Mixed him up.
That nigga looked like Floyd Mayweather. I'm
You act like that nigga was like he boo-bopped him, but that's a white boy.
Jalen Rose.
Jalen Rose is artistic. So he might have hands.
Ron Artest.
That nigga crazy.
He got mopped by Wallace.
Zebo.
Okay.
Steven Jackson.
Zebo has hands.
Steven Jackson.
Too skinny.
Matt
He
Barnes.
had hands though.
Matt Barnes has the zeal. Matt Barnes will fight a nigga in a heartbeat. I say he has hands.
Jermaine O'Neal.
Jermaine O'Neal, no.
Carmelo.
Boogie Cousins.
Melo.
Melo might have hands.
Melo got hands.
KG.
No.
Boogie.
No hands.
He didn't want it with Melo.
Alonzo Mourning had hands.
No.
Boogie Cousins.
Nigga, did you see that
Boogie.
fight with him and motherfucking Larry Johnson?
He was out there.
He was
That was
throwing.
connected, but he was willing.
That's hilarious. What you got for us, Snap?
All right, let's get into some tree talk, man. I got two for you real quick. Check this out, man. Kellogg, Pepsi, and other brands, they saying stop using my shit. They basically asking Congress to stop marijuana-infused copycat foods. So when you see edibles and you see things like the Flamin' Hot Cheetos and the cereals and things like that, those owners are mad. They're saying stop advertising our stuff. You feel what I'm saying? They said because it can cause accidental intoxication. I guess last year for Halloween, a bunch of kids were getting a bunch of edibles in their candy in their Halloween baskets. So when they were coming home, they were, instead of getting the real nerds and runts and things like that, they were getting the edibles. You know what I mean? So yeah. So I agree with. I agree. I think they need to change. They need to do something with it, man. I mean, maybe I think edibles should have like its own. Maybe like all weed products should have like maybe its own bag, like, or its own color. Like, you know what I mean? Like when you see a cereal box, you know it's fucking cereal in there. You know what a chip bag looks like. You know what I mean? You know what a candy bar wrapper looks like. Maybe the edibles should have their own maybe color or something like that, so that we know. Like instead of it being like Cinnamon Toast Crunch box or something that looks like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, it'll be the bag that just says Cinnamon Toast Crunch, so the kids, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, but
labels keep a tin or glass and just put a small sticker on it, because that's not just for edibles. That's with everything. You know what I mean? Knowing it, man, they try to attack the kids with the adult shit and match the things so that way they capture the customer. Go ahead, Blaze.
No, I'm with you on that too, because that's where my mind went. It's they trick the kids for their own purpose, you know, sugar and you know, high cholesterol and all this old goofy shit. Now they get upset because somebody else did it, you know, with marijuana. I think they only mad because they ain't getting no money off of it.
Yeah.
Right.
And my thing was, is it really advertisement to kids or is it just flavors? Like if I want a banana, is a banana a kid's flavor or is that just a flavor overall? You feel what I'm saying? Strawberry, is that kids or is that a flavor overall?
If the rapper, because I got this, I bought this weed and it's called Runts.
Right.
The shit look like lemon heads. Like
That's
the
a candy,
same color
right.
code. It's light yellow and sky blue, and the buds are small like lemon heads. So
right.
I bought it because of nostalgia of it, because I'm brainwashed. Hey, lemon heads. It stood out to me at everything on the motherfucking wall.
Yeah. And that's what I feel like. I feel like we could change the packaging, but I don't think we're gonna stop sick motherfuckers from giving it to the kids. Like, you know what I mean? Putting them in a Halloween bag.
Niggas ain't gonna stop manipulating people to get an advantage. That's
Right.
just what it is. That's what this world. That's what this civilized world is made up off of taking advantage of people who don't know,
Right.
How crazy.
or taking advantage of people of not knowing what. I mean, I know what they don't know about themselves because I've studied them so much.
Remember when we were kids, we were worried about they're putting razor blades in the candy apples.
Right.
So it's always gonna be something.
Right.
But who giving away, like, how dumb you gotta feel on Halloween that you done gave away the edibles?
Right.
That couldn't have been on purpose.
Nah, they didn't give it away. That's parents covering their own asses. The kids got into theirs.
Thank you.
And then next thing you know, they blamed it on Halloween because you have a scapegoat that you can't really track. That's all it is. So
I can see that logic. That's yeah.
But y'all don't think it's some people, weirdos out there who think it might be funny to see some little high kids?
You just see,
You know what I mean?
see them.
Oh yeah,
Have you put it in the bag?
It's just
not
like
for them to
knowing.
see, but they create
Yes.
customers.
Right.
You'll never know. You're throwing a piece of something into a big ass bag full of candy. You'll never know where that kid went or anything like that.
Right.
How high they got, and they gonna come right back to you. You never know.
Mimi, has somebody ever slipped something into one of your drinks or gave you something you didn't know what it was, and you're like, oh shit.
Yes.
Really, what happened?
Oh my God! I was at Bar One back in the day, and it was a trip. We had popped a bottle of Moet, and we poured the first glass. But I just kept talking to people, so I really never even drank it. So I had like a couple of sips, and I felt like the walls were closing in on me. So I tried to find a restroom, but I went into the kitchen of the establishment, and luckily they let me into the kitchen. I begged them. I said, "Something's going on. Help me!" And so they let me go into the restroom back there, and I locked myself in there. I wouldn't come out because I was so sick. I couldn't. I mean, I was just horrible. Long story short, the club closed down, and I was locked in the club because, well, let me reverse. I was in the restroom. They opened up the door and made me come out, but I begged them to not send me back into the club. My friends were looking for me, but they were announcing on the loudspeaker, and they were in the bathrooms and outside. They weren't thinking I was in the kitchen. Right? So the guy lets me go into the pantry where all the canned goods are, and I laid on the floor in the pantry, and they locked me in there. When I was found again, it was like 4:30 in the morning. The club was gone. All my friends were gone, and they had looked for me, but they just had no clue what happened. happened to me.
Forgot you fell asleep in the pantry.
No, what happened? I was drugged. Yeah, I was drugged up. But what it was is whoever drugged me was trying to like kidnap me or take me. They probably waited for me by the bathroom. They said, "Should we by the bathroom?" And when she come, she's so low that she's coming with me. And I would have went with who. I was so like, no, seriously, I couldn't even move out the pantry.
Oh wow.
So really, I was saved by going into the kitchen, but I was left by my friends. And then for the next like 2 days, I had like this taste in my mouth like a medicine. Whatever they gave me, I could taste it on every food I ate. It would not leave. I never went to the doctor to get tested to see what it was exactly, but definitely was something, and it was horrific. Like, luckily, I was saved by going to the kitchen.
That's what we're thinking that saved you, though.
Exactly. And I begged them. I said, don't send me back out there, because I'm telling you, I was tore up. I was like, I don't want nobody to see me like this. I don't know what's wrong with me. I had no control over myself.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's some cold. Man, I wish we
think
could.
she's fine, though, because if
She was ugly. They would have. Man, go and get raped, man. Yes, lucky somebody wants your ass.
I mean, and then luckily nobody tried to do anything to me. But if I had went to the restroom, that's whoever did that would have got me. You know what I mean? Luckily, I was put in a position where others helped me and they felt sorry for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank God for that.
Yeah, thank God, really.
What else you got for us, G?
All right, check this out, man. What's the dude? Oh, Marcellus Cornwell. This
I have no idea who this nigga is.
Cornwell.
Marcellus Cornwell from Detroit. He pretty much from Michigan, Detroit, Michigan. He came up with a pretty dope way of selling weed. He has a vending machine at his house. So the police arrested him because he had a vending machine that contained weed, pills, and edibles and things like that as well. The man was making $2,000 a day, per day, which came out to $1.6 million a year off of one vending machine. So he pretty much set up a vending machine outside his house. It had pills, it had weed, it had everything like that. He kept his stock. People would just come up, insert the money, take whatever they need, and get on. And he would continue to do that till somebody got the the police got wind of it, showed up to his house. They confiscated the whatever. They found receipts. The man was making $2,000 a day off of one vending machine, just one vending machine. I think that's the next level. You know what I mean? I feel like eventually, because weed is legalized everywhere, we finna start seeing vending machines everywhere. You know what I mean? I guess you would probably, that might be how you solve the other problem. Maybe have them, I don't know how you would do the ID or whatever. Maybe you put your ID in and then scan your ID to make sure you're over 21. I don't think he had that, but I think that's a pretty dope idea. What y'all think on that?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you think about it?
I think that's incredible, man. $2,000 a day. I mean, I'm just saying, if you look at it, look at it this way, man. I would have more than one vending machine. That's how I look at it. You know what I mean? On top of whatever regular job you got, I have way more than one vending machine. Probably some business cards out there, and a way for the popo not to catch me with it.
If you get caught selling weed, that's a great idea, but he's still an idiot.
Right.
Why the fuck is it in front of your house?
Right.
You go to empty the machine out, they waiting on you.
You gotta place it in make a deal with somebody and place it in the area where there's a lot of traffic, so that way it doesn't seem out of the ordinary to see traffic going towards the vending machine. So if you got it on the middle of the street on a random residential neighborhood,
machine is that? It's gonna be traffic.
Right, but I'm saying you got
There's 100 people in line for this candy.
Right.
What the fuck kind of candy is it?
Right.
Whatchamacallits.
Yeah. Like a downtown area somewhere, in the alley somewhere in a downtown area. You feel me?
Maybe you just had a bunch of homeboys. You know what I mean? Maybe you had a bunch of homeboys who smoked. You know what I mean? It was just like, nigga, you know what I mean? Everybody, you know how it be, a bunch of homies around. Everybody always run out of weed. I got you.
You know what would be a dope
We had that in the gate.
Yeah.
You know so everybody else invention? You ever been to the gym and you've been in the sauna, the smoky one?
That's the steam room.
Oh, that's
steam
fire.
room. They need a weed steam room.
That's hard. That's fire. That's fire.
See, no,
You call it the hot box.
Stop. That's what I'm saying. Stop. You know what I'm saying? Stop. I already said this is an idea I got it written down already, patent. It's a cafe, a smoker's cafe. I've designed this before weed was becoming legal. I'm like, it would be great to have a coffee shop, a weed smoker shop called the Hot Box. In the back, you have a room, and you got to sign a disclaimer that if you want to go into this room, it's Hot Box room. You know what I'm saying? You have to sign off because if you die as a motherfucker, we're not liable. But
you patent that?
I'm telling you, fuck around, sign that waiver.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. It's a great idea.
Yeah.
I mean, if I don't have the money, somebody beat me to it. Oh well, they beat me to it. But hey, when I get the money, I'm going to eventually create an establishment similarly like that.
They actually exist. They're just not coffee shops. They're called cannabis consumption lounges.
In,
you know what I mean?
California?
I don't know if it's in California.
I know that. That's my point. I was talking about.
In California.
Here.
Oh, okay, yeah, that'd be dope. I think you should have started here.
Weed steam rooms.
Weed
steam rooms.
Why
After
not?
the workout, man.
Well, when is the best time to smoke? Before or after the workout?
After for me, I smoke both times technically.
And during.
Yeah, you get a better
During?
workout if you
Yeah.
smoke before. Yeah, but the come down afterwards is, you know what I mean?
Type of weed though, like you can like smoke some sativa on the workout and pump it out and really get a really good workout.
What you got for us, Blade?
Pump it out. Pump it out. Yeah. Why? I'm telling you.
It's a little wild idea. People can hear more about that on the what was that place called? Craig? The underweb.
The outer net.
Outer net. Yeah. I said the underweb. Yeah, the outer net. Yeah, it's been a lot of recalls in China, man, on that Tesla that everybody was so excited about, and yeah, I'm talking a little over 14,000.
The truck
recalls?
Yeah. I think it's the 3S or the 30. What is it? Is that what it's called?
The 3.
Yeah. Yeah, and they said because it has a glitch in the software, you know, cause it. Yeah. That it caused it to crash. Yeah. So if you already own one, I don't own a Tesla, but I wondered, would that scare you if you own one already and then you heard, you know, somebody done hacked them or they had glitches in them or some shit that they would just crash, and or you just like, fuck it, you know, mine cool.
No, I'd be nervous in the motherfucker if there's a glitch in the software, in the self-driving software. Like,
Yeah.
Fuck that, man. That should have happened.
Imagine fighting with that steering wheel.
Sorry, Craig. We're turning left. We're exiting here.
Standing on the driver's seat.
He's trying to turn it off and turn back on.
The electricity to the gas pedal go out, so you just it just don't work at all. The brake just.
That's some scary shit.
That's what I think about them smart cars, man. Like I had a neighbor who would come out and use her phone, she'll come out, use her phone, open the garage, use her phone, and the car will back out by itself, start, open up the door, and then she'll just get in and drive up. To me, that sounds like you could hack into that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm scared to drive them them cars that can be operated without using it yourself. Somebody hacking your shit while you driving, you ain't got no control.
Right.
We seen that in how many movies we seen that shit in already.
Lazy. Like it's necessary. Is that necessary really to like have your car back up into you? Turn the light on, open up for you, start, heat the seat, turn the AC
Airplane's been on this though. Nigga, when you be on an airplane, that motherfucker be on autopilot.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, we already been there.
But you are riding back seat though. You not driving.
How extensive is this autopilot?
Nigga, pilots don't do the nigga when they get in the air, nigga autopilot, they be up in there. So what's happening?
But they take off and they land.
I mean, yeah, but
okay. If you take off and we float in the air, we good.
The same thing with the Tesla. You drive the motherfucker, put it on the thing, and it's
get it to the freeway.
Imagine your baby mama learn how to hack into your shit. She keep bringing your ass back home. Bitch, I want to go to hang out with the homies. Bitch, why am I back in the house?
Why am I going to 157?
Because my name is on the lease.
Well, you can't let your girl go to DeVry. She's gonna learn technology.
All of a sudden you hear her voice, what bitch you with today? Her car shut down. Her face pop up on the screen.
Or imagine
you with her again?
Imagine you fresh as a motherfucker, ready to hang out, all cologned up and shit, and that motherfucker pull you to the grocery store with a list. Nigga, I said we need milk, cereal.
Okay.
You at the grocery store, fresh as a motherfucker.
You sit in the car for about 30 minutes like this.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know, but you ain't gonna have no choice pretty soon, man. They say with 8-9 years, everybody gonna be in those types of cars. Yeah. So it's nothing we can do.
And you find people or limited you to only drive like your old diesel cars or regular gas guzzling cars on the weekends or in the summertime, like a seasonal.
They finna shut it all.
Yeah, y'all think the government using that? Like for I mean, like for a future way to like catch criminals, lock them down, all that shit in their cars.
What do you mean a future way?
Not today.
This is
Tomorrow.
2022. This is the future right now.
Nigga, they are giving niggas life off cell phone tower fucking beeps and shit, nigga.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All this shit was military technology first. So they're not gonna release it to us unless they can use it against us.
Right, come on.
You know what I'm saying? Period point. Yeah. What else you got for us, Blake?
That's all I got for us, man.
Oh man, what you got for us, Otto?
Well, in Hollywood news, Cardi B is pissed off right now. She is done with it. She's over it. She's tired of all the fucking fame. She's cool with being rich, but she's tired of taking all this ridicule and commenting and having to be different or be a certain way to be as a famous person. She wished she was just rich. She actually wished she was back doing her stripping thing. This stems from situation that happened at the she had a party at the Met Gala, and people were talking about, you know, she wasn't cool or how she looked, and there's other people making opinions that other celebrity artists were making comments about her tooth.
About her tooth?
About her also.
That's a hell of a tooth, but
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, I mean, my advice to her is just, you know, just don't give a fuck, motherfuckers think. Just do you.
You can't get paid or make money or build a name on stupidity or silliness or goofy shit and then complain about it when, you know, I wish I had the money. It's like, you know, you wish you had the money without doing the work. That's what you chose to do.
But she would like to still be the same person she was. Like, I guess now that, you know, a lot of other Caucasian folks are in her pockets and they making money together, you know, she's required to be a certain way, you know, not to pull back on her ratchetness, which got her in the position she is, you know.
Right.
You know what I mean? So why not let her continue to be who she is, you know what I'm saying? Flavor Flav was Flavor Flav at the beginning, let the nigga be Flavor Flav to the end, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
that's what's so dope about Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
He's a Crip.
People forget he's a Crip. He built his shit
Born again Christian, Crip.
where he could do whatever he wants to do.
Rastafarian, Crip.
Yeah, you can build it the way you want to sustain it.
Yeah.
If you build it being a certain type of motherfucker, which she built it on being a slut and a stripper and promiscuity and taking money from trick ass niggas and shitting on hating ass bitches. That's how you built your shit. You should have took the slow route, bitch. It's hard being Michelle Obama. That's why her shit is so dope. I mean, build it how you gonna maintain it. If you suck 200 dicks to be queen, you're gonna have to suck 200 dicks to stay on the crown, bitch. I mean, stay on the throne.
Be responsible about it, you know what I'm saying? If you were doing it and didn't expect people to comment, I mean, you should expect. If you suck 200 dicks, you should expect 200 comments. But now, you know what I mean? Now celebrity people are doing that, you know what I'm saying? You take your 200 comments, like the woman you were when you sucked those 200 dicks.
The slow route is a motherfucker, man. Everybody ain't built for the slow route.
Right.
Think about how many motherfuckers, Blaze, we didn't met rapping.
Man.
Before we ever did no shit like this. How many people you met doing everything else you did? Think about how many motherfuckers ain't here now.
Right, come on now.
Niggas
Rest
ain't.
in peace to them all.
Yeah, rest in peace to them all, but I'm not even talking about people who passed away. I'm just talking about
Even the ones
people
who ain't even made it.
Yeah.
I mean, who just couldn't get there.
The slow route takes some character.
Yeah.
Because eventually you got to. What Sugar Free say? He said, so. What did he say about sometimes I sit? No, sometimes I sit.
Baby mama.
He said something bar about sometimes I sit down and chop it up with myself.
Yeah.
What you know what bar I'm talking about?
I do. They nigga just fucked it up for me.
I can't. Goddamn. Yeah, sometimes you got to revisit you, and I think a lot of times when you're not good enough or what you're doing isn't worthy of getting to that next level, some people don't want to adapt and switch up and do whatever it takes. They take everything that's a deficiency as a personal shot.
Right.
You know. So yeah, you got to be thankful when you can make it and still be yourself. But it's not a lot of people who can be themselves.
Hell no.
Snoop is the one I can think of. Kanye is the one I can think of. Shit, Dr. Dre probably could. I mean, he's one I could think of.
Could still be himself.
It could still be who he is. You know what I mean? Like they built their shit the right way. There's nothing
Ice
they could.
Cube.
Ice Cube.
Prince was.
Prince.
Craig, can you tell the people how you do it? You know what I mean? Like it's a, you know what I mean? It's for comedy, and your lane is a whole different lane. You feel what I'm saying?
I'm a
Than
failed
lot of
rapper.
motherfuckers, right?
I'm a failed rapper, and I'm not a failed rapper, but I'm a failed rapper. And at some point, I don't know. I just wasn't liking the way hip hop was going, and I just was like, let me try something I've always been good at. I just tried it, and I just kept trying. Basically, that's what separates me from certain people. I just kept trying and just wasn't scared to fail. I just kept trying. And then finally something worked, nigga. But shit didn't start working until like 2017, 2018. I've been rhyming and bagging on niggas since I was a baby. So you talking about age 34. Lost hella bitches. Lost hella money.
Lost hair.
A repo here and there. Fuck you. That nigga sit here. Shit. Lost a friend I started this show with. You know what I'm saying? Who didn't really understand entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas think they can outsmart the game. And it's like, nah, nigga, you just got to put the work in. It's the work. The work is what separates niggas. That's all it is the work. If you don't do the work and you're not constantly creating and manifesting, then there's nothing here for you. I hate to even say that type of shit, but yeah. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, well, my question was just like, how do you stay original when people, you know what I mean? Like you said, like people try to lead you in one direction. Like, how do you stay you? You know what I mean? For me, I feel like it's no other choice but be me. You know what I mean? I don't want to jump into nobody else's lane and try to be what nobody else is. I just try to be me unapologetically. So I don't, you know what I mean? I don't let nobody move me or nothing like that. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it was for Snoop. Snoop said, "Nigga, this is who I am. I don't care what you try to put on me, what you don't." Because even I remember when Jay-Z, when they tried to put him in all that flashy shit, and he came back like, "Nah, nigga, that's not me." You know what I mean? So I think that's just what Snoop said, was just like,
somebody said transparency. That's a great word.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, bro. If you're on the battlefield and you're the general and you reveal the war plans to the soldiers, that's transparency, but they may not understand. You feel what I'm saying? So some niggas' egos tell them they're more important than what they really are. Like, it's levels to everything, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, learn what you're supposed to learn wherever you're at.
Right.
But if you have to fight, if you don't feel like you're being respected in a situation or something is not working for you, a lot of times I've come to realize when it comes to things that you want out of life, that's some personal shit that you got to get over. Because maybe you might view me as being in a position that you feel like you deserve, but you may not see what happened 10 years before I met you. Right. You thinking because you're comparing yourself to me that you this hell of a nigga and deserve what I deserve, but I'm already on, if we're in the alphabet, I'm on P and you on B.
Right.
So you think that I'm supposed to all the steps that you ain't did, you're supposed to be able to cheat all those steps and get to where I'm at because you feel like I don't know what niggas be thinking, you know what I'm saying? But you can't cheat this shit, bro. That's the only thing I can say to niggas watching and listening. You can't cheat this shit. Mimi, were you able to cheat your way to where you are now?
Cheat my way.
Like, was it? I mean, we all look for shortcuts and shit, but you know, a lot of people don't know how much you're doing. Like, you got, besides having your own liquor, you got 3 or 4 businesses. Like, how did you position yourself to even be able to do some shit like that? How much failure did you go through?
Oh my God. Well, let me just say, if it wasn't for me just believing in myself, I would have stopped a long time ago. It was so much failure, so many obstacles, so many problems, so many haters, so many naysayers. So I learned something. You don't tell people what you're doing. You do what you got to do unless they're involved. If they don't have no reason for the dial to move, then why you need to dial in and tell them about it? Because a lot of those people, they wishing you bad. They telling you why you can't, or they hanging up telling some other person your business in a negative fashion. So a lot of things happen for me to get where I'm at. But one thing I can say, no matter what somebody's goal or business is, you just got to keep going, and you got to be like a horse in a racetrack. There's other horses on the side. They got blinders on so they don't see the other horses.
Right.
And they continue the race. And that's what you have to do. It's going to be problems, obstacles, right? And you just got to stay focused. I didn't cheat. I mean, when I was a young person, I'm sure we all cheated on something. We cheated at the game. You didn't see somebody else's cards and shit.
But I'm not talking about hustling.
Yeah.
Because when you were...
I ain't never did wrong.
I mean, even though we all have hustle in us, it's like you got to... I guess niggas who are able to be successful in entertainment, I think the difference is the whole manifestation thing, right? Because me being, from my background, just being a regular everyday nigga that was around the streets, I would never consider myself a street nigga, but I'm around the streets, I'm savvy. That gave me the ability to pick up on shit. Like really be able to dial into what type of motherfucker is, what type of person somebody is I'm dealing with them and compartmentalize them based on that. You know what I mean? So it gave me the ability to play possum, to look like I may not know what's going on when I really do.
Absolutely.
You know, because you really don't know a motherfucker until you allow them to be who they are.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's when you can really judge somebody. So
and see their true colors.
And it's not even a bad thing, but even niggas where I come from and where we come from, it's like, nigga, everybody's scandalous a little bit. It ain't nothing wrong with that. Whatever you got to do to be here, nigga, do it.
Right.
But if you around somebody that don't think you can get over on everybody. Exactly. You got to recognize when it's a motherfucker that can see.
Come on now. That's it. That's it.
See your true colors.
Yeah, real spit. So, but I think what really separates niggas is that whole manifestation thing, bro. It's because when certain niggas run out of ideas, then they start looking for people to blame why they shit ain't working. And it's like, that's not what you do when you run out of ideas. When you run out of shit and you feeling like shit ain't going right, you're supposed to create more.
Right.
But what a lot of niggas do is they run out of ideas and they go have a baby with a bitch. Or they run out of ideas and they go to jail. Or they run out of ideas and they start beefing with motherfuckers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That ain't what it is. People talk about Brandon all the time. I don't have no issue with Brandon. That's a cool nigga. But we just in two different spaces.
Exactly.
Certain shit that he does in his world is cool. In my world, it'll get you killed. You feel what I'm saying? So if a nigga ain't playing with the same, playing with the same stakes as I'm playing with, I can't allow that nigga to, I can't allow a nigga to, go ahead.
T-Bone in New York.
Say it again. I always said T-Bone nigga. But certain niggas is playing for different stakes, you know what I'm saying? Right. So certain mistakes that you can make in your world, you can't make them in my world because the consequences are different.
Absolutely.
I could never disrespect Blaze. That's my nigga. The consequences are different. I can never disrespect this nigga. The consequences are different. So some motherfuckers don't understand the gravity of the things they do. They do things recklessly. And they don't understand where they are in the broad scheme of things. And then when you put light on certain niggas, they not knowing who's on the other side of that light. They can see them. All they can see is what they used to.
Right.
Well, are we in a position where niggas can reach out and touch you if you're too reckless?
Right.
Niggas can reach out and touch you if you're too reckless, nigga. You can't. Anyway, what? Did you have something for us? Okay, the abortion thing.
I guess I was going to get to some more serious matters, but it looks like, just based on some leaked documents, that the Supreme Court is preparing to strike down the Roe versus Wade decision, which basically means that abortion rights will no longer be in the hands of American women, no matter the situation. It could be incest, could be rape, could be a medical situation that could have her life at stake, or it could just be it isn't the time in her life to actually have one. And I just wanted to know what you guys maybe thought about that.
Roe versus Wade.
Oh, no.
That is so stupid, man. If they take a woman's right to choice away, bro, what kind of country are we living in, man?
Is it left upon the courts?
Right now, yeah. But the documents that were leaked are basically the documents that the Supreme Court prepares before they go ahead and announce their decision or their new decision.
Well, what if the judge is a woman and the jury are predominantly women? Wouldn't women have the fate of the child? Wouldn't it be up to them to decide whether or not?
You would think so, but the Supreme Court has plenty of women on it, and again, they're still making choices. We've seen people vote against their own interests every day. We see it happen all the time. So that wouldn't surprise me. I don't know what it would do for y'all.
So why do they want to take the right away? What is the benefit of saying you got to come to court if you want to have an abortion? Why are they doing that?
I feel like we could figure it out. They're not going to tell us, but I feel like we could figure it out.
Well, I feel like everything is done as a power move. I mean, to me, and we might not know exactly what these special or intricate details of every move are, but sometimes you'll see something that doesn't make any sense in the grand scheme. You're like, all right, this somebody's benefit.
They need more organs.
Okay.
So for clarity, they not getting rid of abortion completely. They're just saying we make the decision for you.
You got to come to court
Right.
first.
Now, aren't there some places where they make the decision on if you can have a baby or not? Like overpopulate, like you know what I mean? Like you can have a certain amount of.
Yeah, but that's already a law they put in place. So they went to court and like we're doing in America and decided, okay, this is the law. You can only have 2 children. If you have another child, that's a fine or whatever the case may be. I don't know. Maybe termination. I don't know. I didn't read their law.
Somebody said child support. Maybe they want more child support money. I think they may need more organs.
Yes, every time someone's born in the U.S. and you get a birth certificate and a social security card on the back of it, there's banking routing numbers. They get paid for every person born. So they're trying to get some bread.
Yeah.
And
so they're trying to build American credit.
Maybe
But this is also something that the Republicans have been working on
And it's
for
a
quite some
power
time.
move.
That's why they were packing the court. And that's why since 2016 they've gotten in three GOP judges. So this is something that's been in the works for quite some time.
Yeah. White birth rate is down.
I'm trying to tell you, they need more
They
babies.
need more white people.
And what's the line? What's the cross? You know what I mean? Like, so they say, like, for example, rape. Okay, they'll probably say, okay, you can have this abortion. But other than that,
they've said no to rape. They said no to incest. This is across.
oh, so they're saying that's what I'm saying. They're completely wiping it out. Completely. Like you don't have a choice at all. It's just done.
Right.
Oh, okay.
If they decided that's what they
And
are.
if you don't want the baby, they'll take it.
I thought it was
it's
per
all
case.
again. It's money for them. They want people or valuable items for the United States government. So if we continue to have more babies, more white babies in particular, then they'll be good. And that's what they're trying to encourage. If we do go with getting rid of abortion, that's the only thing I can see what it could possibly be. If they say yes, more people.
Somebody said male birth control.
Male birth control, yeah.
Fuck that.
But I mean, male birth control. You talking about the fucking birth rate dropping? It's gonna be a goddamn catastrophe.
But if the system is trying to outlaw something, then the way you figure it out is figure out how the system could benefit from it. Right. They only change things they could benefit from. You know what I'm saying? Right. So the finance. I think Mimi's is probably the most accurate. More money, you know what I'm saying? But it's something down the pipe, man. These motherfuckers be 30, 40, 50 years ahead of us, bro. Exactly. It's something weird.
Population control, man. That you get all the men testosterone levels down so they can't develop people. So now you're dependent on the government to help you make babies, and then they can control who has babies, who doesn't have babies.
Right.
Crazy.
Craig just said right. Nobody understands what the fuck he just said. Where it comes from.
I'll tell you, man, it's deep. It's crazy.
But it's cold because if a chick does get pregnant and you're not with her, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna they probably gonna pass a law to where I don't know, something's gonna happen as a result of the baby being born.
They'll take the baby
financially,
and they'll make money off of that too if the baby gets adopted.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Or not.
Or not. You know what I mean?
They want to sell it off of organs. You don't know.
But at the end of the day, the baby gonna be born.
Exactly.
Right.
It's credit. So it's documented. It's a number. We got another human being. Our population just increased.
Right.
It could be something trivial. Maybe the NBA and the NFL is in on this law. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
You know.
We need another Shaq.
Brittany Griner.
Well, the players aren't in on it. The players are like, get rid of some of these babies.
Hey, is Brittany Griner still in jail?
She's still out there, bro.
It's like May 15th or May 25th, something like that.
Man, she's out there too.
I hope that's some good
Definitely right now.
And the U.S. said
niggas do not give a fuck about female basketball
There was
players.
a report that came out that said she's out there illegally too. Like she shouldn't even be being detained.
How's she illegal?
And they looking into it. They're saying that I saw a report today that said she's not even breaking no laws or nothing like that. So they're gonna try to go get her without having to do nothing big.
They ain't not fucking with her.
Sitting all this time.
She been in that motherfucker 4-5 months,
She's
bro.
been there 4 or 5 months, but there was a dude before her that was there. He just got out this year. Was there for it was like 995 days.
For what?
Oh, he got into a fight with a police officer, but he said that he don't remember that because he was drunk. And then the family's like, well, we don't think that he did it. So I don't know if it's true or not, but they've been holding him for a minute.
Imagine if he didn't do it and they just made that shit up.
Bro, when you over there, bro,
you was in Russia recently, right?
Yeah, well, you know what ground do you have to stand on if they say you did it? When I went there and I handed the dude my my passport, right? You know, you get somebody's passport, you go to Mexico or something. It's like, hey, you here for business or pleasure? And it's a fun experience. This motherfucker grabbed my shit and was like, it was the most awkward shit ever. You couldn't move, you couldn't go this way or that way. Unless that motherfucker said you can go, you can't go.
You was out there.
You were out there. you think Trump would have came and got me? No, exactly. So you just
your wife wouldn't have came and got
you. She couldn't.
She in the chair like, but I can dunk.
Right.
Shut up, bitch.
So did Brittany Griner grow a beard yet?
That's funny.
No. She can't say she's independent. She got cornrows in her beard. No, what she got?
The question is she raping niggas? Her Sally is done. That nigga whole asshole is tough. They got her in the men's prison because you know they don't believe that's a woman. Yeah, she walking the main line with them Russian mafia niggas.
Out there driving like it's hot.
Yeah, shout out to Brittany Griner. Keep your head up.
I don't want him to hurry up and grow that beard. He
you can tickle it.
So he can tickle it. That is the weirdest shit in the world. She grow that beard yet?
Mimi, you got anything? A topic?
You know what? I want to talk about Pete Davidson. So I want to talk about he's got a tattoo on his collarbone area, and it starts off with K for Kim, N for North, and then it goes down the first letters of each of the child's names.
Kanye's baby's name.
And I think that's kind of disrespectful.
That's a shot.
I think that's a poking the bear, and I think that at the same time, like, how disrespectful. It's one thing you've met the children, but now we've got a tattoo. No, I mean seriously, that's just a no to me. I feel like that's just wrong. What are your thoughts on that?
That's his girlfriend. No.
But it doesn't matter if that's your girlfriend. You go with her. You don't go with my kids. Okay? And you haven't even been together 5 months, 8 months. We have tattoos of my kids. I just don't think that's something we should do. You could be good to my kids. You can be kind to my kids.
Right.
But they don't need to be tatted on your body.
Right.
And you know he's having a problem. No, that's poking the bear. You already see this person is already having a problem with us even dating. And you would put this man's kids' letter initials on your chest, going from oldest to youngest.
I don't think he care about Kanye. I think he care about Kim. It's just something about it's something about Kim Kardashian vagina got him.
You think that's Well, I'm gonna say
it's the Kim Kardashian.
I think that's weirdo shit. It just as a man, as a person, as an individual. I mean, no disrespect, Pete, but really, that's someone's kids, and you already see how this man is mentally handling the situation in general. You feel me? You have to check the temperature of the world. You just can't react. You get what I'm trying to say? This is man's kids.
Why does he have to have sympathy for Kanye when he's with the woman and he's playing stepdad to the kids?
Well, that's fine. But tattoos and ice creams are two different things.
Did Kim get the tattoo too?
No. So she's not a tattoo
bro.
girl.
He's trolling Kanye. He don't even be playing with the kid's father like
that's
that.
something different.
How would you feel?
Unless everybody in on it.
Right.
Unless she told him to. That's what I said. Unless she just told him that.
I mean, the thing about it is that
I'm just saying.
Go ahead. It's only been a few months. It's not like they've been together 10 years and oh my God, this is my family.
You don't know what she did to him though.
She could have get the leg lock and popped it upside his head. That's somebody's kids. It's been a short amount of time, and if this person is already having some type of disability in their mental state, that's not a smart move.
But here's the thing: I think it's reckless, and no forethought has been given to it. But he also reportedly suffers from his own set of mental health issues as well. And so to me that's a recipe for disaster, because I don't think he understands how temporary or disposable he might be in this situation, just based on her track record alone.
You live in a moment, man.
So what I'm saying is, if this doesn't go well,
right now,
I can see some things not going well for the man.
All he's saying live in the moment. All he's saying live in the moment. But if somebody got with one of your ex-baby mamas and he got your kids, names tattooed on their body. You
6
go with
months
that, you're
in,
like, yo,
that's crazy.
I'm just y'all living in the moment. It's all good.
This nigga's dumb.
He just told me that.
Thank you.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, he's dumb.
That's all I'm saying.
I mean, he's dumb. Okay, whatever. He's a fucking idiot.
This one of
That's
those,
all I'm like, but then I mean,
this is one of those times I'm
He's
real
idiot.
Otto, man. I think that fool is an idiot.
Yeah.
6 months in, he don't know her. He got my kids' names tattooed on his neck. That interview would be the most boringest shit in the world when they talk to me. So, Blaze, how do you feel? The nigga's a sucker. I mean, you know what I'm saying? He adored my semen so much.
So much. Right. The womb.
That he waited till it came out.
Grew.
I named it. You know what I'm saying? That nigga's a sucker.
He doing it for the same reason you wear those glasses. For what he doing? No, he's doing it for the same reason that you wear those glasses. He's not necessarily for attention, but it's so people notice. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, hey, look at me, but it is like, hey, look, hey, nigga, what?
But to me, it's even weirder that she's fine with that. I mean, what kind of megalomaniac, egomaniac are you to even be fine with that? Like, you're like, oh, he's paying tribute to my spawn, my seed, no matter who it affects. So to me, there's problems at every turn with this.
He's just using Kanye tactics.
She probably told him to do that.
Yeah. I mean, he can always change the tattoo if they break up. So what?
He's
letting him
retarded.
live. He's smashing. He's having good, wholesome, nasty porn sex with Ray J, Kanye, ex-girl. That's cool. I ain't mad at it. If I had to be next, hey, I was like, hey, I'm the nigga fucking Kanye, Ray J, Pete Davidson's ex-girl.
We're waiting for you to put the.
He the first one to get
Otto Wild Boy.
He the first one.
He's the only one really tatted up though.
First one to get her tatted out of all of them, right?
None of them have tattoos like that. He has tattoos all over his body. That's what he do. Yeah. That's nothing. It's like what? It's a lineup for him, like a new hairstyle. Like, let me get a part right here.
This is a whole special needs group to me. Kanye retarded, Kim retarded, Pete's retarded. So to me, everything's in natural order. All of that makes sense to me. So no matter what you tell me about that group, I'm gonna be like, yeah, but they're throwing fruit across the White House. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's just boosting. That's just all of it's doing is boosting the kids' ego. Like, we so motherfucking hot, Popper.
It's 7:20.
It's grown ass in confusing them.
We're gonna wrap up the show, man. I didn't realize it was so late.
All right, real quick, it's man Sunny in the evening. Hit the like button before y'all log out. On to the next.
Penn Roethlisberger on IG, Snaptastic_Penn. Get your eye right gear. The Dina Collective album is coming. We finna start dropping singles in the next week or two. You think you write all the time? Well, I write more.
Straight up. You already know what it is. Bad Boy Blaze. Shout out to myself. It's OOBLZ. Y'all make sure y'all follow me on Instagram at OOBLZ.
Hey y'all, it's y'all girl Keeping It Real with Mimi. You can follow me at Keeping It Real with Mimi on all social media platforms, or you can get that Poppy's Bourbon, PAPISBOURBON.com. Get it today, baby. The bourbon without the burn. Poppy's.
Booker Paul was drunk doing that chant at the party, but he couldn't do the same chant 2 times in a row, so he was throwing the crowd off. You remember, nigga was like, I'm trying to follow what you're saying, but you're not saying the same shit.
Uncle Ty Comedy, IG, Facebook, Twitter. Check my album out. It's called I'm Out There. Today is Taco Tuesday. Go watch the Taco Tuesday video on my YouTube page. What y'all finna do? Shout out to I'm Out There Nation. I know you out there.
Hello world, especially Kraig Factors. It is me, Autobots. Follow me, Instagram, ITS, Autobots, YouTube, Autobots, TikTok, Autobots, IMDb, Autobots, Kraig Facts, Autobots, in your girl's phone. Autobots, OGT.
You real hesitant about the word girl.
In the homie phone.
In your father's phone.
In somebody's phone.
In the executive's phone.
Hey, man, appreciate y'all watching this episode of Kraig Facts. Check out the website, thecraigsmith.com. The Chill Never Withers dropping very soon. Make sure you pick that up. The NFT will be available soon here. That's all I'm waiting on is the NFT shit to drop it. And yeah, Tuesdays and Thursdays on Pharcyde TV. And then we'll be doing Mondays for a couple more weeks on Caffeine. Waiting for them to get their mic situation together, man. They don't have a lot of mics at that joint, man. So I can have the whole crew on that show. And then we're going to be in Sacramento June 22nd, I believe is the date, which is a Saturday. I got to get that ironed out. But yeah, I appreciate y'all's support, man. It means a lot to me. People keep messaging me about when I went on No Jumper. Appreciate y'all for tuning in to that. It's going to be a lot of dope stuff coming, man. Yeah, big year on the way. And if I owe you something, get it from God. God, God, God. God, 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 God.